Seals have been broken, and the devils are here. Welcome, everyone. I really wish you could enjoy our pre-show calls. They cover a lot of topics, but we're not going to talk about that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Firebrand Academy.
It's in my notes now.
Well, they don't need those notes. There will not be a test on that later. There will be a test on other things. Yeah, thank you, Sorry, for the 666 bits. Hail Satan. Yeah, it's weird how I don't quite know how to roll into the intro on account of like, oh, I'm just gonna talk about fisting while Fox is muted and she can't say or do anything about that. So speaking of having a hand up your ass, welcome everyone. We're gonna be playing a little Zweihander tonight. Welcome to Firebrand Academy, our wonderful homage, our tributes to anime wherein people do a kick punch at each other. We like to kick punch here. It's all very consensual. But before we get started and get into it with a brand new episode, obviously it's a brand new episode. We're live and in living color, motherfuckers. Unless you're watching the VOD. Oh shit, I didn't account for that. Tonight's episode of Firebrand Academy, episode number, what are we on? Episode 9. Dead or Alive. Okay. Opcode, PRB, report from 6. Message begins. Assets have attracted attention of blue and red. Scion no longer contained. Concerned about White's absence. Assets aware of operation and may comprise security risk. Options limited. Please advise. Message ends. We rejoin our wonderful, wonderful friends. I don't know what I was looking for there. There's we open up on a large rectangular cold stone structure stuck in the northern California wilderness. It's a parking garage, as they're commonly called. And we see that the exterior of it is being patrolled by what we at this point have begun to recognize deeply into this series as we are, as referees, little black and white cylinders of help and confetti.
And
they're a cheerful bunch. One of them now chasing off after a squirrel that briefly set off its sensors. We push past those and we go up and over in through the window to the darkened interior. So there's no... Actually, would the lights be off? Yeah, nobody's supposed to be in there, and they're not allowed to leave. The darkened interior of the parking garage. The moon now up in the sky because it's well into the evening now of the very longest day, as I think we're into episode 3 of this same day at this point. And we push past, as I recall, one of them was a VW bug, and the other would have been a Ford Explorer, to our good Russian friend, Artyom, and our good Esme friend, Esme.
The one and only May.
The one and only Esmeralda. Hey, it's Esmeralda. Crouched between the two vehicles, American spy device in hand. For while they are not walkie-walking, they're definitely talkie-talking, and they got a small little burst transmission of somebody speaking, but honestly, it was kind of garbagey after that. Silently, the sentinels of tube form float nearby, but otherwise, the gentle squircha of a walkie-talkie is the only thing greeting them in here. Welcome back to Firebrand Academy. Oh, and Xandra's somewhere else.
We saw that there was a central stairwell.
And elevator, yeah.
And elevator. Okay. I do believe using elevator would compromise our sneaky bricky. So, we will use stairs as usual.
Stairs.
Oh, I was just making sure. I did not want you running up and pressing buttons.
No, but we should text Sandra and tell her to put the sneaking pants on.
It's true. Problem is Zandra comes with a dragon spy device now at all times.
I just, it's weird not including her. If I'm gonna do a murder, I thought she would be there with us when we do it.
Let me try. Hold on. He'll
Whoa!
texts.
Do a murder?
Texts.
Someone stole our friend. Natural progression.
Text Sandra.
It is, honestly.
Gets brick.
Hey,
Time for the brickening.
could you possibly think out loud that you would like alone time to get away from referee, maybe?
On the roof of Firebrand Academy, the moon high in the sky, the delightful upperclassmen having departed Batman style over the railing, and Dougie standing by the doorway back down into the building. After a beat of him asking her about Dragon Tech, your phone buzzes, Xandra. Voop, voop. And we
hold
see
on, Dougie.
behind you, just past your right shoulder, ever floating, is your fun little friend, the referee who's been assigned to you.
Hold on, Dougie. 1 second.
Oh, yeah. Is that your friends? Because, like, this is probably the first time in a long time I've seen you, like, not within arm's reach of them.
First time since gaining entrance to the dorms that I have been, actually. Oh. That's a good question. I'm gonna turn and look at the ref.
It just silently floats, stares, the moon glints off of it. It's very smooth. You suspect it's very warm. You've touched one before. You know they're warm.
I have.
You remember it's warm.
You remember that it's warm against the bitter chill of the night.
So Prayer Leon, I'm supposed to be helping with specific things I can't really do if the refs are here.
Dougie like looks to his right and looks to his left.
Dragons have good hearing. I guess.
I guess.
Is that Dragon Marco Polo?
Dougie just kind of blinks at you. The referee says and does nothing. It just sits there.
Do you have to follow me?
I have been provided for your safety.
What happens if I don't want you here?
I have been provided for your safety.
Are you gonna follow me to take a shit too?
How would they say this?
I wonder
No!
how often this has come up.
Well, you know what you gotta do now.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And
Yeah,
I'll be right
that-
back here.
Dougie, come with.
Gonna stay? Can you stay?
I will follow you to the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Point of order, it did say to, not into the bathroom. Just to be clear.
Yes. As long as
case
it's
that was
not
too
literally
subtle.
gonna be outside the stall.
Ooh, then you can't go.
I know.
No. I didn't say it would be outside.
Just making
Th-
sure.
This thing will follow you to the bathroom. It was admittedly in a flashback at the start of an episode, but consider that it did not follow the vice principal into the bathroom with him. They just stopped at the bathroom door and just sort of let him go in there. And excuse me. Something I was a little bit too subtle about was when you guys were going into the shower after Artyom, there were no referees in there, and they only came in after Nameless Student went out and said, like, it's a medical emergency, and went and got some.
Did a vomit.
Yeah, basically. You have never seen one, during this whole lockdown, you've never seen one inside of a bathroom.
Okay.
Or the showers.
Alright. Perfect. Hey Dougie, walk with me.
Yeah, man, I could really use a shit right about now. I mean, we should
No,
shit.
that's not a thing we're gonna be doing together. You said you can get a You said you can get away from them, right?
Yeah, totally. Bathroom idea is a really good one, actually.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna jump out of a window, so I'm gonna need you to get away from this one.
No problem.
Alright? As I'm saying that super low, I leaned in super close to
Yeah,
Dougie's ear.
Yes. Like, you lean in and that thing tries to, like, float up, like, a little bit, like...
I push it back. I try to push it back. I hold
you
my
try to push
hand
it, yeah,
out.
it floats. Like, it's
Yep.
like, along with your hand, it kind of floats away.
It doesn't want to be touched, so I know it'll move away.
Yep, it totally does.
Just have a stick that you use to social distance the refs.
I mean, yeah.
Personal space.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I drank too much punch. I'm going to the bathroom now. Wink. He doesn't say wink. He says wink.
He says wink. Of course he
says
says
wink.
wink. Alright. Sandra just blinks at him and then just walks through the door.
Wink.
In case it wasn't in case it wasn't clear, I should point out also for the audience, in much the same way that the showers are co-ed, yeah, like all bathrooms here are unisex. Like we don't. It's my world. I get to do this.
It makes
so, yeah,
sense.
So, you know, there's been 50 years of alternate history, and in that time we figured out bathrooms. God damn it. Let me have my small victories. But you pass through the little like, and obviously like you go down. Do you want to get down to like the ground floor? Or are you staying up here because you're on the roof, and then below that is the third floor?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I am not as cool as Rid.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go down.
But what if you shout parkour as you do it?
That defeats the purpose of sneaking, doesn't it?
Aw. It might empower you though.
It might.
Okay.
We'll find out.
So you're heading down to the first floor then?
First floor.
As you get down, you can see that or you can hear, I should say, that there's still the din of a party going on. It is a reduced rumble,
Okay.
but it's still very much going on. The chanting, the pizzaing, and the Sinclairing has itself dissipated into just the dull roar of a lot of very excited freshmen. As you're passing by that general area, because to get to where the restrooms are from the stairs, you do have to pass by the cafeteria, unless you are very specifically trying to keep a low profile.
Whoever sees me now, it really doesn't matter because there's a ref on my ass, so...
Okay, fantastic. So, as you're going by, you hear a very familiar, "Oh, hey, Sinclair. Congratulations." And you turn, and it's Mr. A Striker. He's standing there. He has himself a small paper plate with half of a piece of pizza on it.
Who are you?
We met like a week or so back, I think.
You
our
were
teacher.
with my father. That's right.
Yes, exactly. I was with your dad. I was helping show him
I feel such a bad person. I'm sorry.
Why would you do this to the art teacher?
I love this. Yeah, just congratulations. You know, the best I'm sorry, it's been a long night and I was looking for something inspirational, you know, like keep your eye on the horizon there, but
Did you see the fight?
I heard about it. It sounded very impressive for a freshman especially.
Does he look any way like disheveled aside from annoyed
Does
teacher?
he look weird? Sure is a good question. Let me pull up a list of things that have skills on them because I forgot to open a document and I'm spreading my words out so that I can buy time.
Very subtle.
That's fine.
I'm good at doing things. I have become the GM bot.
Listen, he was with Xandra. He was with Maximum, so Xandra immediately shunted that memory aside and said unimportant. So it was one of those moments of
honey. If you would actually like to really scrutinize this guy,
yes, I would.
give me a scrutinize. You're a bit tired though.
Yeah.
This is gonna be at. Oof. This is a -10.
Okay.
You're a little distracted. You're getting really tired because it is getting late into the night. You've had a fight. You've had a lot going on. You went through tunnels. You dealt with a ghost today.
Torgo reference.
Oh, that was today, wasn't it?
That was today.
Oh, it's been a day.
It's been a fucking day.
I fail.
What do you notice about this guy?
I rolled an 84. I needed a 40.
You notice that he's got some pizza sauce, like, just down his right cheek. His shirt is untucked. That's not super unusual, but his I'm trying to remember what I said his little, like, uniform was. I want to say, like, he wears a yellow polo or something. I do not remember. I should probably write that down.
I do believe it was yellow polo.
Yeah, his little yellow polo isn't tucked in this time. It's untucked. But you know, if that's a crime, then it's a crime to be that guy from Uncharted.
Wow.
That's a joke that would work better if I remember that character's name, but I don't. So we're gonna move on.
Okay.
You got pizza on your cheek.
On the
Other one.
This it's a good eye, Sinclair. It's that I guess that good eye is why you've got the fist of a dragon.
Pizza sauce is hard to miss when it's on your face.
Fighting's not really my I don't really do the fighting thing, so but congratulations and you know, to tell Esme
Why
she's
are
been
you
doing
a teacher at a fighting school?
well because they needed an art teacher, of course. We have to continue to enrich your lives culturally. Like your friend, for example. She is a fantastic artist and she paints very well, and that's why I'm here. But she also fights. It's you have to be a well-rounded person. You know, there's a long history of warrior poets, and he starts to go on about
I need to go to the bathroom.
best of luck.
Thanks. And I turn and walk away.
Let me tell you the story of Gilgamesh and Enkidu.
Basically is what he starts in on.
I feel so bad because I would have stayed in the... Oh, okay, I'm good.
As you walk away, Ducky just goes, "Hey, Mr. O." Mr. A Striker does not respond to him. Yeah, okay, Dougie. But you make it across to the bathroom and boom through the door, and the little your little round friend goes up by the side of the door, turns so that it's facing essentially the away from the door, and just kind of lands next to the doorway. The two of you are inside now.
I need to get away from that thing.
Okay.
Can you help me?
Yeah, I mean, we just kick out that window and shove you through it.
That was pretty much my entire plan, but I'm really not very sneaky. And you know the inner workings of these things.
Oh, well,
Well, I guess not inner workings, more like inner fire. You can hear it.
I can, yeah, I know what it's gonna do. I mean, I know where it's gonna move. It's weird. But yeah.
I text back to Artyom, where are you?
Artyom, I need to know if you remembered to turn the text tone off on your phone.
Oh.
I thought of that earlier and went, I'm gonna let that
If you need a
come
stat,
up.
go with awareness. That to me feels the most appropriate.
By a digit of 2, I succeed.
Oh, cutting it way too close.
Hold a 48 on a 50.
Actually, you didn't mute it, but you turned it down so low that it doesn't really travel, and you hear the vibration more than we hear the... What the hell is his text sound for Xandra?
Oh, probably Rasputin.
So yeah, we get this part.
Pulls it out. Oh. Let's see. Car emoji.
Oh god.
Building emoji.
Oh,
Looking around, is there
Soviet emoji. Ninja emoji.
like 1C A?
Yeah, you are on let's see, this would be like, we'll call it D1, and you can put enough together to know that the 1 is because you're on the first floor.
Wait, you gotta give her the D.
Ah, D, yes.
1D.
Sorry, Gita.
Isme reminds me to send you 1D.
V-
Yeah, that makes way more sense now. Yeah.
Xandra, like, sees the emojis and squints at it for a second and then realizes probably meant parking garage, and then gets the
You're smart enough to put that together.
1D response.
Dougie looks over your shoulder and just goes, "They hailed a taxi?"
No, I think they're in the parking garage.
I didn't think Uber came out here.
I don't think it does. I think they're in that. I'm guessing that's the area. Artyom really isn't good with texting.
Man, I'll say.
He's bad enough with English. Now he has to actually write it out.
I don't know, in pictograms, I feel like he'd be able to express himself a bit better.
Yeah,
Probably.
He exactly did. He said the car building, he's being a sneaky Russian. Like, I thought that was perfectly self-explanatory. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So-
we need to get to the parking garage.
Okay, so he kind of like looks around and he as you're talking, he's kind of like pushing into the stalls to make sure nobody's in there, and or not while you're talking, while you're texting. And sure enough, like he's like, okay, kind of gives you a little thumbs up, like nobody's in there. And so the window is a bit on the small side, and it's very high on account of this is a bathroom. It's frosted glass. It's a little like turny style window. But he gets up underneath it and like cups his hands together as if to say like, all right, I'll give you a boost up to that thing.
All right. Let's get to the window.
It's a bit of a rough fit. You're probably gonna have to break the window to get out through this window. Not like shatter the glass, but like because it turns. You have to like knock it off of its hinges or break through the glass or do something to get through the window.
I'm gonna try getting it off the hinges.
Okie dokie. You're trying to do this quietly?
Yeah.
Awesome. I need a stealth roll.
Yay.
Give me a stealth roll to escape from the bathroom with your good friend
Wow,
Dougie.
my actual
Dougie.
childhood.
Your
That
friend
is a fail.
Dougie.
Are you okay with fortune?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. We miss you.
Let's see. 27 will do it.
There.
Okay. Yeah. You get a couple of your wonderful needles out and kind of like wedge and jam them up into the framework on this thing and get up underneath the I was about to say rotational mechanism hinge. Get them up under the hinge and start like and kind of pop it out of the sides and send the very carefully turn the glass panel sideways and place it like essentially drop it outside. It thumps onto the grass, no problem. And he hoofs you up. You go up and through the hole, and then you just kind of like you see his hands waving up basically from the window, saying, "Help me out here."
I'm gonna try to reach down through the window and help him out.
And as you're sort of not really straddling the window, but you're sort of half in, half out, gripped onto it, you reach down, grab, and pull him up, and the two of you are up, out, thump, and onto the ground outside.
Just imagining the awkward anime tumble.
I was
That-
thinking about that, but I was gonna leave that up to my player here. If you would like him to awkwardly land on top of you, or you on him, honestly.
I would be
Is-
on top.
Yeah, like as soon as I said it,
Yeah, sure, why not?
he turns beet red.
I look at my jacket, look at him, and there's a very small quirk to the lips as Andrew then pushes herself up and dusts herself off, and then helps him up.
It's a family tradition. You have to marry me now.
God.
Take responsibility.
Dougie just kind of like slides his headphones back up for a second and just says to himself, "Well, that was a religious experience."
As I'm standing there with my hand out to help him up, like, just, what?
Don't worry about it. You help him back up to his feet, and then honestly, with his help, if your next move is to get to the parking garage, it's kind of trivial.
Whoa.
there's not really a stealth roll to be rolled, because as you start moving, you move off the path and onto more of the tree line of the parts of the grounds and between statues and everything. And it's just every handful of feet, he's like, hang on. And you wait for a second. And sometimes like you don't even see anything around. You're squinting into the darkness trying to figure out like, what the fuck is he even aware of? And he's like, all right, come on. And he guides you across the grounds, basically to the front entrance. That as the audience we would recognize as where the front entrance that we saw the other two come up to. That's got the two tin cans in front of it, which I've now started calling the referees. It's got the two referees in front of it. I'm very suggestible.
I think I
from
called them
before.
trash bins at one point. You called them
Yep.
trash bins for the entire rest of the episode, and I was like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's on me and my bat brain.
It's okay. So what are the deckmen doing right now?
God, you piece of every loving shit. I hate you, and a hex upon you, and a hex upon your line for 1,000 generations.
Oh, it's already been done.
Oh, the English. So, not my joke to make, but I'm making it anyway. So you'd appreciate it. Yeah. So you like, unless you have anything to say or do with Dougie, he basically leads you all the way up there. And again, kind of stops you short and says, well, here we go. That's ta-da, the car park.
I have a feeling they're in an area with a D.
He's stifling laughter at that. He's 17.
Apparently, that's what Esme told Artyom to say.
Can Esme tell Artyom to be more specific? No, huh? Okay.
No, Artyom's gonna get a text that says, take a photo of where you are.
He takes... Oh. Okay.
Again, there's very, very little light in here.
Selfie.
There's still a little bit of snot.
Did he remember to turn his flash off?
Guess make it a roll for this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Esme's makeup is still in lines down face.
Yeah, you get back up. Yeah, actually, you describe it.
Yeah, there's still some like tree bark on her sweater from the tumble. You know.
He's giving a thumbs up, and the only thing, like, you know, he has no idea what you were asking for, but it just so happened that the angle that he was at, that he took the picture, that you can see like the stall number of the car behind him on the edge.
And it's like D117.
Complete accident.
If Dougie's watching, Xandra's shoulders just slowly deflate in defeat, looking at the photo.
He like goes up around your shoulder to like look over your shoulder at the photo as well. Huh.
He's so lucky that what I asked for is actually in the photo.
Well, maybe he accidentally did it on purpose. You know, he might be some kind of like luck savant, you know?
I thought you were about to call him a Luxon.
Am I a Nabari now?
All right.
we gotta punch Archie up until the blood runs clear. Fucking, I don't know.
That's the only way he'll heal.
If we wait any longer, I'm gonna have to send Luther ahead. We're taking so long.
I think they are very close by. You were the one that said you wanted to wait for Xandra.
I'm gonna try to go around the side of the building.
Totally.
With Dougie to get in through, I can assume, is the window area that they probably went in, but it's outside the view of the refs.
And this is a little bit trickier because you don't have the wide open spaces of the school grounds to kind of just maneuver around at will.
Oh, yeah.
So this is going to require a stealth check, and given that this is a high security area, you're also going to be making this one at a -10.
Okay.
Yeah. This one's a little trickier.
19. I make it.
Fucking hell. Quick question before we narrate the results of that.
Yep.
As you start to go, do you say anything to Dougie? Do you indicate that you want him to like stay here, come with? Or do you just like start taking off?
No, I'll probably motion for him to follow.
When you motion for him to follow and he just kind of like points at himself as if like when you're across a room at somebody and you're waving them over and they're like, you mean me? He makes that kind of a motion.
No, not you, the referee I'm trying to avoid. Yes, you.
Okay.
It's fun.
I've never been part of a spy operation before. This is weird.
Neither have I. I'm not good at it.
You're doing pretty good from back here.
I check to make
That
sure
was
my
weird.
skirt's
That
down.
It is.
Yeah.
Snacks later.
You hear a massive crunch from inside the sirens go off. Big floodlights go shoof. You hear the dogs start barking.
What are those dogs?
Someone in
No,
the
it's
tower
just the
sometimes,
refs
like,
with a recording.
you know, it's yeah.
Bark,
It's
bark,
terrible.
bark, 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 bark.
A dog head comes at the top of one of the rails. It's
A
not
tail
robot
comes out
dog
the
head.
bottom
It's a
part.
fleshy dog head.
Ah! Ah!
And it says, kill me. Kill me. All right.
Father.
Now that I've had my fun diversion.
Your Freudian slip is showing.
Sandra, you make it inside. It's great. God damn it. I hate everything. Yeah, you make it inside. Yes. After his own little like faux pas there, he just is like, that was super weird. That was creepy. I didn't mean to. We should be quiet. Yeah. Sorry, Sandra. Yes.
Come on.
And yeah, he follows you, and the two of you manage to get up and over into the parking garage. You're a few cars down from where you suspect your friends to be. Looking at the number here, their picture said 17. You're at like 24, so you're a bit up from them elevation-wise, essentially.
Okay.
But you're in the same area now.
While we're going around, I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for those etched M's for the entrances to the tunnels that I know go everywhere in case I need to make some sort of escape.
Okay. Give me a. Well, that's when we scrutinize. This would just be awareness. Give me an awareness. But this will be fun. This is the awareness for as you're doing like whatever your trio is up to next.
No.
Okay. The stealth roll was so good. Like the two of you don't hear anything. Like you're just sitting there in the dark with your snacks and your phone. And Esme losing her poor little mind.
Here in your mouth.
Esme screams, I can hear your mouth.
You are being louder than chips right now.
We gotta go.
At this point, Xandra is standing right next to you guys, having walked over to the area, not finding any of the entrances, and just being like, "What?"
Chip?
Suddenly Xandra's there.
Yeah, Chip. Xandra,
You don't immediately see Dougie.
Xandra gives a thumbs up and then spins so they can see that there's no referee literally attached to her at all times. Spins once and goes, got rid of it.
What? You still look really pretty. You're wearing your jacket. What?
Dougie helped.
Did
I was
you
at
get
school.
you dress?
She
No.
brought me instead.
Oh.
What?
I misunderstood something. It's fine. Someone's stealing Carla.
English is a very confusing language.
Well, if they're stealing cars, then why? That's not
no,
our
Carla
problem.
is a person. Are you saying so she's being kidnapped?
She's like Jake's walkie-talkie.
It is for the walkie-talkie.
Yes, it is a
You're walking, talking.
walkie-talkie.
Someone's taking Carla.
Oh, like a person. Oh shit.
We found this in middle of clearing, where Carla told Esme to meet up.
When did she tell you to meet up? During the fight?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it literally wasn't long ago. So,
No,
what did you hear exactly on this?
We'll call it upwards of half an hour to 40 minutes.
all we heard was moving out. We also found smell on 3.
Oh, if you sniff my sweater, you might be able to.
Oh wait, you guys went back to the room. It's been like an hour and change. Never mind. I'm sorry.
They were hanging out, waiting for a bit. Although there was a bit of time where we were kind of like doing the same thing, like concurrent.
Yeah.
There was, yeah, which is what I'm thinking, like, because you have to remember that note. You got the text from Carla as the fight was starting.
Mhm.
You got through the whole fight, traveled, like, dealt with the aftermath of that, traveled to your room, hung out there briefly, and then split. Between all of that time, taking into account also the fight was going on, it's been roughly an hour.
My left foot is entirely cramped right now. I have such a Charlie horse just randomly happened. It's fine. It'll go away in a second.
It's the queer seating arrangements.
Just sit in a chair like proper good.
But my feet are cold. Anyway.
Go put on socks, honey.
I'm wearing socks.
Oh dear.
Cool.
Put on shoes?
I might.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
the chloroform.
Chloroform. That takes a few minutes to even set in. It's not as instantaneous as they make it out in the movies.
Okay, but so we think we heard it. We're gonna go up the stairs, not the elevator. Are you gonna come with?
Yeah, where do you think you heard it? They wouldn't go upstairs if they were trying to leave. They would come to this floor.
Well,
unless they're going out
I do not think
through
they
the
were.
tunnels.
I do not think they were leaving, because leaving is lockdown right now, and it would look very suspicious if anybody were making their way through gate. I do believe that they did go down.
Dougie suddenly grabs two of you. He grabs Xandra and Artyom and pulls the two of you, like pulls on the two of you. Obviously, you could stop him if you wanted to, but pulls on the two of you and just kind of is like he's trying to pull you behind a different car suddenly, very suddenly, with nothing, like saying nothing, just like grabs the two of you and like yanks.
Come on.
He's looking. He probably didn't get pulled entirely. Just. Oh.
Grab.
No, yes, come with. Grabs, throws under arm.
and like gets down behind the back of an SUV and just puts a finger up to his mouth. It's just, you don't see anything for a minute, but he's very insistent that you don't speak for a second. And then after a moment, he kind of like points around the car and you see a what do you call it? A referee. God, I really can't remember their fucking names. You see a referee like floating between like down the central driving lane of the parking garage. But he points at it, and even like it's got its like omnidirectional band thing, but he leans out and points at it.
Good
Sorry,
job, doggy.
Thank you.
They probably went downstairs. If they were going to go anywhere, they would go down. That is where Western spies love doing their most heinous things.
I wouldn't know, but we do know there are secret ways to get around the place they might have access to, so yeah. Let's head down and see if we can't find anything along the way.
Okay.
I don't know why I said okay. This is weird spy stuff.
You mean you're not a weird spy?
No.
That is good. Western spies are worst.
I'm just sexy. He puts his headphones. Actually, he takes his headphones back down at this point, as he kind of like sticks his head up from the cars and kind of does a look around to see where the referees are.
Looks to Xandra.
And he shoots off between the two cars and then just like waves the three of you over.
Esme scuttling behind.
And you make it to the stairwell. It definitely goes down at least a couple floors, and it certainly goes up several floors.
Down.
But it sounds like you're going down. You descend the stairwell, and again, you have the benefit of Dougie radar So it's not super hard for him to kind of do the hang on a second. And for one of those, it is a long time that you're just sitting there. It's probably in reality, it's like 2 minutes. It feels like an eternity because you're just sitting there quietly in the dark of a stairwell, and he's just got his hands up, and we've got one hand up to the three of you, and one hand like just kind of like at his ear, just listening out into the hallway.
I did not get a pizza. I am still hungry.
Shh. And he closes his eyes. And you notice he's like nodding his head to a rhythm at one point. Okay. And he is like, how far down you looking to go?
Have we seen anything along the way? Anything that looks amiss on the various levels from what we could see at the stairwell?
Anything that looks amiss.
Otherwise, running and
We could also
checking each one would be...
paging the walkie-talkie. Sometimes you get the response chirp.
That would give away that we were chirping the walkie-talkie.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you're welcome to chirp the walkie-talkie, but that may introduce a complication.
Yeah, that one.
I will warn you as the GM to play
Yeah.
fair that you are totally welcome to do that, but it is noisy.
No, even I know that as a.
I have
yeah.
actually not really played with the walkie-talkie that requires friends.
Yeah, when you chirp it, it literally does it on both ends.
There's a little squawk noise.
Also, it lets them know that you're fucking with the walkie-talkie.
Basically, yeah, it's to let them know, like, hey, I can't hear you because I can't receive because I'm transmitting. That's why they're called transceivers. But as far as if you're like scoping out the walls and looking for like shitty carved M's in them or anything, is basically what you're keeping an eye out for, or is it something else?
Well, that's what I'm looking out for. But we don't know how far down to go or keep going. You guys don't have anything else except for chloroform and a walkie-talkie?
How many floors are there that go down? Can we do the look down the center of the well kind of idea?
Totally, yes. You can get an idea of it. It looks like this. I'm trying to think of like how big a parking garage is. It only goes down 3 floors. It looks like it's more up than down.
Okay.
It goes way up, but it only goes down a couple of floors.
I could send Luther to look further down without us having to put our faces down there.
And Luther is just standing next to you instantly, Esme. He says nothing, but he's just floating there. Not floating, but
Can you,
ghosting there.
there should be some maybe men, but we're looking for Carla. Can you go down there and tell me if anybody's moving around other than the refs?
And he kind of like folds forward, like he like kind of slowly falls as he's bending forward and just goes down between the well essentially,
Like a noodle.
and just kind of like floats down there like as bits of the railing like pass through him as he goes down into that stuff, and he just kind of disappears down into the black below. It's also getting really dark in this stairwell because you're not getting any of the ambient moonlight anymore as you
Luther
proceed
checking?
downward. It is fucking dark in here.
I thought this way we could stay safe up here and know what's down there without having to put ourselves there.
Okay, then we'll wait for him here then, where it's at least relatively safe. Have you
now we
guys
have
seen
to-
any M's on the wall?
Yeah.
If you want to do any looking for that stuff, that would be an awareness. It is at a -20 because it is so fucking dark. It is hard to see. And you're trying to move quietly and not be seen, and there's 4 of you. It's a whole thing. It just sucks here.
Oh wait, that's bad.
I actually
right?
made it. I rolled a 9.
Oh, that's very bad.
That's super bad.
That's a 100.
Yay! I rolled a 100.
That's double.
I rolled a
double
9, so I succeeded.
So we have a fail, a normal success, and a crit fail.
Crit
Yeah.
fail. Oh boy.
She's in a state. It's fine.
It is.
It's fine.
Let me think about this for a brief moment as to how this all goes so terribly, terribly awry. Luther disappears down below
Oh shit.
into the bottom, into the lower area. As you're kind of moving your hands along the wall, you do find a small carving on into the concrete from your father. It is an M with one of his little. He's got these very like clever glyphs that sort of indicate a direction, but it's just a triangle.
Yeah, I
It's
had
just a
crit
triangle.
succeeded navigating that earlier, so I'm aware of
And,
how simple his glyphs are.
Yeah, and you're running your hands along, and knowing your father, it's like, hang on a second, I bet he put it down here near the floor, and he did. And sure enough, it indicates that somewhere in this area is an entrance to the tunnels, which makes sense. Those damn things seem to run everywhere, and you know the parking garage has been here since the inception of the school. That is when a referee ringed with a red eye, or a red band, I guess, comes floating up through the middle of the well. It's red band illuminating the entire zone. And Dougie goes, and you hear Luther's voice say, "Oh, I found a body." And there is a referee floating, looking at all four of you, possessed by Luther. What do you do?
Luther, that's not the kind of.
You should really find out a way to make them let us know when they are used. Oh wait, red light.
Red light.
Yeah.
Red light means ghost.
okay, so
Blue
you-
means.
I'm looking
No,
for
red
Carla.
light means comrade.
So you
I'm looking
found-
for Comrade Carla.
Yeah, you're looking for Comrade Carla, but okay. If you're gonna stay in that,
He wobbles a little bit.
did you see anything else other than a body for you?
Yeah. There's another body for me down there.
Let us go.
Cars. There's cars down there.
Okay.
It's dark.
Well, not anymore. Just gestures to
Oh,
the red light.
Yeah, like the whole area is now bathed in red light.
Dougie, this is Luther. Luther, Dougie.
What the fuck is Luther?
Xandra reaches over and pats the side of
He looks
Luther's
pale.
referee body and just kind of looks at Dougie and goes, "Luther,
You guys have a pet?
Oh my god, that's horrible! No.
Is Esme's friend. Be polite.
remember the original ghost with the pink hair?
Yeah, Ira.
Yeah, it's not the only one."
Luther goes, "Hello," and Dougie like does like the back against the wall, like, "Huh!"
Luther's a trained.
In fact, he
medical-
actually lets out a shout, like he involuntarily shouts.
Oh.
Oh fuck! Oh god!
We should
I'm so
move
sorry.
now.
There's an entrance to the tunnels around here.
Let us go see if what the body
They're coming
is.
this way. We gotta go.
Huh. He'll just start running down the stairs.
Sure.
Down the stairs? Oh.
Is that towards where you were?
Going towards the body.
You are running down the stairs in the dark. I need coordination tests from everybody. It is at a -10. Because you've at least got some light, but it's
I
crappy light. from
succeed.
this ring.
25.
19.
Faceplant. Her face is now covered with snot, tears, and also probably blood.
Possibly. You're gonna take. Boo. It's only 2 damage. As you go ass over tea kettle. Yeah, you don't quite like lose your footing completely, but you do like it's one of those you miss a step and like step too far forward and into the wall.
You hear like her nails scratch on the concrete walls for a second as she
No.
like goes to grab
No.
and it's like
Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, how about no?
you're welcome for that. Esme here to make you uncomfortable.
But you make it to the basement, or the you make it down to the basement level. And I mean, as you're going down there, like, which one of you's at the front?
Artyom would have been the
Yeah.
first down.
You feel Dougie's hand like grab the back of your shirt, and again he kind of pulls and says, "Wait! There's another one down here, and it's right at the base of the steps, and it's coming this way, and there's ones above us, and they're coming this way, and there's a lot of them up there."
That's what Luther said. There was another body for him down here. So is the tunnel here?
Can Brooke help? At least with the bottom one so we can find the entrance to the tunnel? Or Gregory, or...
Okay, I don't know how... Okay, yeah. Guys?
Oof. Oh, honey, you've had such a very long day. I'm gonna need a focus check from you.
Am I taking
Standard
negatives?
difficulty. No, just standard difficulty.
65. Crit success.
Ooh.
What ghost do you want? Pick a ghost. Any ghost. Ghost we haven't even heard of before. It's fine. Whatever ghost you want immediately comes to Esme.
I love Brooke, but I want ones that could talk. We'll go with Gregory.
Gregory. Yeah. He's like you start to focus. Like you close your eyes and for a half second, and then like you just can feel that he's in front of you, and like you open your eyes and he's just there, and Gregory's just kind of like standing there looking up at you.
Oh, can't hug. Okay, there's a bunch of bodies for you.
Starts to and like, oh.
I still, okay, in a minute, go into there's a ref, a tin can. Can you go in them really quick and be it?
He nods.
Okay, we'll hug then.
Okay. He nods and floats off, and there's a beat, and you see the red light kind of illuminates the base of the stairwell.
Okay.
And he floats back into floats in through the door, and his little robot hand is like. Zzz.
Unsure which one that is. Hi, anyway. We need to go. Grabs Dougie's hand, and they just both run down the stairs again. I'm looking out for the opening to the wall.
Totally. You're gonna need to give me a scrutinize at -10 because you are hurried. Anybody else is welcome to help. They do it at a -20.
That's a
you got
6. Yeah.
Shit.
I succeed.
Okay. Yeah, you're feeling along the walls a bit, and there is a oh man, my brain is blanking on what these are called. Fire is like a fire hose essentially in the wall, like one of those like, hey, emergency break this, and you can dumps a bunch of water down a hose. Anyway, there's one of those along the wall, and you notice that it's got the little emblem scratched into part of it.
I shoulder check it
Jesus.
to get it to open the wall.
You Whoa, that's very loud. Sorry about that. You take 8 physical peril as you because that's the shoulder you dislocated earlier.
It is the one I dislocated, but that's not enough to get through my peril threshold.
Fantastic. Then yeah, you clobber into that thing, and the wall just kind of a little bit.
We need to get through this now. So the rest can...
Yes. Let them reset. As soon as we are through doors, let Luther and whoever is in the other one to release them.
Okay. Esme goes over to the Luther and Gregory and puts a hand on the little refs and like huddles in and is like, okay.
Gregory Bot hugs you.
Aww.
Oh, she stops for a second and sinks into it. Okay, thank you. I really need you guys to then just like go off that direction and then let the bodies go. That way they don't know this is where it ended. So
Okay.
They can't find us.
Says the Gregory Bot.
Okay.
Ah, Gregory. Okay. The one we met last time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
And-
and I finished pushing open the wall.
They're like, as you let them go, you see that they're very like doing the little wobbly, like, we're not very good at this.
Oh, it's so cute.
And they kind of
Trump
they start to sink
Alexis.
off into the darkness, taking their light with them, but they head off into the darkness of this subterranean car garage is what that's called, into the subterranean level of the garage. And yeah, Xandra, like after it's opened, especially like if RTM comes over and just is like push, the door just opens. It's trivial. Like,
That's great. Let's get in and close the door behind us.
Давай. Quick.
yeah.
You too,
And-
Dougie.
No, yeah, no, Dougie's already like as soon as the doors. Dougie goes. Dougie gets hidden.
As soon as everybody's through, RTM steps in, closes the door again.
And we linger for a moment on that shot of the door kind of and we hear in the distance the kung kung of two referees hitting the floor as they are devoid now of the spirits of your friends.
It would be really cool if we could make them something they could stay in.
You are in a small, musty area. It is dark. You cannot see anything.
Phone
Oh!
lights.
Doop.
Do we just
Phone
like
lights.
blind each other? We're like, oh wait, hold on, I got up. Ah!
Oh, jeez. Ah. Ow. Ow. Oh, I'm flash blind. Cool.
Dougie, do not look directly into lights. This is bad
Well, I
for
didn't
your
know
eyes.
you were gonna turn it on directly into my fucking
I
eyeballs.
didn't
Jesus.
know your eyeballs were there.
Ah.
Put your eyeballs
okay.
elsewhere.
I only have eyeballs in one place, Esme. They're in my head. Okay. They are buzzing around up there a lot. I don't know what you did to those other two ones. That was weird. I think those were ghosts. That's
yeah,
confusing.
by the way, they're warm to the touch. In case you're ever curious.
I feel like,
Super wasn't, but okay, good to know.
I feel like you
I
probably
guess.
made that creepier now.
Yeah, they. When you do that, they sound weird. They don't. They did.
Because they're
Not important. Sorry.
They're people. They have their own. They're not devoid robots. That's Luther and Gregory. They're not weird.
Oh, that's probably why they're way louder. Huh.
What do you mean? Louder? I didn't think they were louder.
Oh boy.
We are looking for Carla.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll explain later. It's a long story. Basically, I can hear the referees. So now what? We're in a tunnel. What do we do?
can you hear anybody? Anything other than the refs? Like feet or cars moving?
No, it doesn't work like that. I can feel. I don't hear anything that isn't the referees. There are so many of them up there. We really kicked a hornet's nest. I didn't think they had that many referees. Oh man.
Oh.
Then, me.
If we were to try and use the tunnels to go outside, right? Because what's the point of kidnapping someone if you stay here? I would
What-
just.
Do the tunnels lead out of the school?
I
You're
didn't.
not sure. Your dad definitely. Actually, RTM knows a little bit of this too. Your dad definitely talked about sneaking out of the school a fair bit because he was very proud of it.
Oh, right. It would be in his fucking memoirs and
And-
shit.
Yeah, from there was never many mention of any tunnels in any of his.
But he used to brag about going to the town and you know,
Right.
living it up and all that other
So
fun
you
Didn't the
shit.
know-
campus Krampus tell us just not to get caught?
Yeah.
So if we try and find our way out, maybe we'll also
Uh,
find other people trying to find their way out.
We need some kind of lead first. We've made it to the next part. We need to see if there is clue somewhere that might point us in the right direction. Otherwise, we wander aimlessly into a random place. So, either we look around here or we start waving Dougie in directions until he feels something.
Dougie's not a tool.
Thank you.
Depends on the time of day.
Hey,
Only if consent? I thought. Wait. No?
No, I think you were
Xandra goes
speaking
face
of
first
toy.
into the dirt wall. Just poof.
On the nose.
Dougie awkwardly shifts his feet and looks between the three of you. Yeah, I'm not a dowsing rod, bro. I mean,
I was.
kind of
It
am,
was
but-
attempt. It. Never mind. English is not the best. Okay. Let us look around. I meant it as your best hope if we have no other options.
You're really talented.
oh, man, that's a first. I mean, I'm glad somebody else knows because I've been thinking about it for a while. Dougie, not the time. Dougie, focus.
Do
Alright.
you know there's a girl that dresses like the ninja. She's
got
in
a
our
scarf?
building.
Red scarf girl.
Red scarf girl. Do you know what she sounds like?
Yeah, I know her.
Log Lady. Yeah, we're trying to find Log Lady. Have you heard her before?
Yeah. Yeah, she. What's Carla sound like?
That is a Twin Peaks reference.
I don't
I
get it.
saw that on social media today. It was beautiful.
My log has something to tell you. now is not the time.
It's the Wagashi band. Is
Okay.
No, it's
Rocky.
she sounds she sounds like a drum kit, but like not in a really straightforward, like nice, like 4/4 time signature. It's some weird math rock like 11/14 shit or something, you know? Just like, yeah, she sounds like a drum kit in a weird time signature.
So you'd be able to recognize it if you heard it.
Sure.
That is who we are looking for.
yeah.
Okay. And he just starts literally looking around the corridor.
All right.
Just moving her phone around to give it better.
These tunnels do not get used very often. Maybe
As far as we know, we found a listening device in one. Obviously, they're used.
Well, we'll be
Well,
able to find people coming through, right?
yes, maybe there is marks here. Like I said, not very often. And if somebody recently came through here, and this is made of, is it bare earth?
Yeah, let's go with yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
There may be footprints, maybe.
Disturbed Earth.
Oh, I don't know. They may have secret spy soles on their shoes that make it look like you are walking where you are going, but it looks like you are coming from where you are going.
I was thinking A Striker would illustrate Disturbed Earth.
A
for a
Striker
cover.
was at the main building.
Well, he's a teacher, Sandra.
Why are we bringing up Striker? Let's look for footprints.
Yeah.
All right. Looking for any kind of sign of passage or anything like that.
For sure. Give me some scrutinized test as you move down the hallway. Doobie-doo.
Nope.
Success.
Critical success. I got an 11.
Ooh.
Fucking hell. As Artyom, thoroughly distracted by his moose and squirrel shit, trying to figure out which way the feet would have to be turned
It
to
was
get down
actually
the hallway.
it was a Get Smart reference, actually.
Actually, that's fair. That's fair.
Because
nope,
if I
not gonna
want
do
to date myself that hard,
I was about to say, it's like, I was about to do a Maxwell Smart impersonation. I'm not going to do it. Oops, I just did. I'm old. It's dangerously close to my David Lynch. He showed me this thing called a Wookiee. Gave me such a headache.
I want to take a drink. I'm just waiting.
I'm sorry.
When it's safe.
You're welcome to take a drink. I'm going back to narrating now. Yeah, as you're moving down the hallway, and in my head, I imagine Esme is like down on all fours, like on the floor, like looking like so hard for these feet prints. And like it's crawling along, and like as you kind of get to a junction, as the roof kind of is coming in a bit, and the walls are getting a little bit narrower as it moves further into the, or actually you don't know which direction it's moving. Honestly, you're kind of a little turned around down here, but God, what is it with you and getting critical successes in these goddamn times?
Listen, I just need to undermine literally everything he does.
No,
So
madam.
And
Really good underground.
you actually do find
I think you said she was top.
there's one footprint, like just like very cleanly like ground into the into the ground, because you can tell it's there because like it looks like it's got like other fresher dirt has been kind of left behind in its path, like somebody came from somewhere and stepped down in here, and you hit it and you're about to pop your head up and go, I found a clue, and you look up and Xandra is just, what you see is a series of footprints leading off down one of the passageways, and what looks like something being dragged.
You found?
I see something actively being dragged.
Oh no! You see like what has definitely been
mark.
dragged. Esme, you find a footprint. Sandra, you find a shitload more footprints and what looks like something being dragged.
Something's been
In a
dragged through
specific
here. They went that way.
Oh, well, if chloroform has anything to say about it, it was probably unconscious body of Carla.
Esme just starts to paw at around where now you pointed out the drag is, and looking back at her hand to make sure there's no
Does it
Dirt.
look like?
comeback bloody at all.
Does
or
it
muddy.
look like person was
No.
dragged or log was dragged?
An item. I can't tell.
I'm not giving you an answer on that. It looks like something was dragged. Nice try.
Right.
But no.
Log
Something
aside.
was dragged.
Was the earth moist or still dry?
Moisture, it's all dry. It's been disturbed. Just
But no, you're not. You don't see or smell blood. Like I'll give you that for free. That's
all right. That's what you were asking.
Yes.
But yeah. And this trail of this trail, it picks up back down a bit, and you hook a right. You hook kind of another right, and you notice like as you're walking, the ceiling's getting a bit lower because the ground you think is coming up. It's not that you can feel the incline of walking upwards as you're getting in. And at some point, it just kind of stops. And Dougie
The
kind of
trail
like,
or the tunnel?
the both.
Oh.
And you can this doesn't really need a scrutinized check. You can spend enough time there looking at it with your phone. It looks like as it was coming up, this area was collapsed.
Cool.
But the trail definitely leads into this very fresh, like I'm trying to figure out how to like best to describe it, but basically, yeah, it's like you're walking along and the ground goes like this until it kind of hits the ceiling, and there's like this pile of like recently disturbed dirt and rock and grass and stuff up at the top of it, and the footprints and the drag marks lead up that way and then just terminate at that. What do you do?
Oh, well, if only I didn't make enemies with Leo recently. He'd be able to open that up. They go that way, but this is...
Do we know where we are?
Would I be able to determine what direction this is going to?
Oof, that's a little bit trickier. You're gonna need to give me a navigation.
What's my negative?
Because you got a critical success on finding this path in the first place, it's a standard test. Anybody else would be making it at a negative 10.
8.
20, actually.
Eee.
I succeed.
Jesus. All right. Yeah. You're pointing it. You think you're pointing southeast, which would be where the front entrance of, like, because the front door of this place, of the grounds, is south. So this is the southeast. You're pointing southeasterly, which you know there's no school there. That leads off into Northern California.
Yeah, that way.
School is the opposite
That's
direction.
the car park, right?
Yeah, you know that the school is behind you and ahead of you. At some point,
Okay.
there is a highway and trees and shit in this general direction. You're not quite sure how far out that way, but you've definitely turned to face that direction.
It looks like it
100%.
leads off the school premises.
I could try to dig through, maybe.
I'll help. And as we just stumbles forward, it is just.
But, it's okay. It's okay. Is it loose dirt or is it like
Relatively.
relatively?
It looks
loose?
like it was somebody like hastily collapsed a tunnel. That's what it looks like. It's not compacted. It hasn't had time to.
Which means that it's damn near impossible to dig through. Okay, you can help. Let me take lead on this. So
Totally.
he's gonna try and start digging.
He's just using his bare robot hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. So.
I don't have a lot of brawn, but Zandra's gonna help. At least try moving the dirt out of the way that you're pulling out of the way, so it gets steadily moved down the tunnel instead
It
of
has to
piling
go
up.
somewhere.
And give
You
me
have
your
to place it
d10s.
somewhere.
My only other thought would be if there was another, like another leading outward.
Mm.
So this is dirty, tiring work. It's not really what toughness covers, though.
Athletics, maybe?
Yeah, is this? I'm gonna put this to the table here. Does this feel like an athletics test to folks? 'Cause
Toughness.
This is more about like stamina. Like
I
you're just
can
working
make this
hard.
easier for you. I
Hmm.
have them both.
Fair enough.
So if it's at the end, it's a moot point because I'm making the roll, and if they're helping me, just helping me, it's a help action, which means they just give me tens places, and then I pick the best tens place.
Oh, tens place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave
Totally.
you a ones place because you asked for a D10, not the D100.
Oh, yeah. I said give me your tens places.
I did it then.
Yep.
Sorry.
Go for it. It is dark. It is hot down here. It sucks. Esme is in kind of a state. You're rolling this at a negative 10.
I think you want mine.
20, actually. Negative 20.
Well, I rolled, taking all of the help actions into account, I rolled a 9.
Okay. So you're going to
'Cause
take a lot less peril.
I'll ignore the 8. I'll ignore the 5. But I will take the 0 on the tens place.
Score.
And I roll a 9 on the singles.
Let's see if this does anything. That's a cocked die. Don't like a cocked die.
Artyom does. What?
There we go. He likes a cocked guy. That's a different thing. 8. You take 8 physical peril, which I don't even know if that affects you. Fucking hell. All right.
My physical peril is at 9 now.
Damn,
My peril
okay.
threshold is just at 9 now.
Yeah, had you failed, it would have been a 3d10. But you passed, so it was only 1. And as you're just like, it's just dirt and shoof and moving it back, and then Esme like pushing it down alongside Xandra, and like the moment he sees what you're doing, like Dougie like takes off his jacket and just drops it on the floor of the place and comes up next to you, Artyom, and is like trying to help alongside and like pull through the dirt and pull through the dirt. And we cut to an exterior view. It's dark. There are crickets. We are in the woods essentially. And it's just this very quiet, kind of peaceful, serene night as the camera slowly kind of pushes in on this patch of ground, and we hear a shoof, 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 and a closed fist punches up through the dirt. And then another hand kind of comes alongside with it and just kind of pushes all of this crap out of the way in like some kind of beautiful bearded Russian zombie. Covered in dirt and soot and just everything. Artyom pushes his way through the ground. And Artyom, you look around and you're in the woods somewhere. You could piece together, you're not an idiot, that this is the woods outside the school.
Well,
there's a rush of cold air into the tunnel.
we're now officially breaking rules.
Now we're breaking rules.
Your dad will be
Wow.
really proud.
Well, it's lockdown now. You know, I was speaking of lockdown specifically. Yes, okay. Here, he reaches in, starts helping everybody out.
Yeah, as Dougie comes out, he just that boy is covered. He's just sweaty and flush and tired and exhausted.
Dougie, you need to go to gym more.
Sorry, some of us aren't human bulldozers. You fucking specimen of human perfection. God. Oh, Dougie gets exhausted. He just like lays flat on the ground and just sort of enjoys.
Xander, you must explain to me. I am trying to understand language, but I was meant to understand that when referring to oneself, you should use I.
Dougie tries to throw a rock at you, it gets nowhere. Just goes up and immediately back down.
If you had worked out more in gym, you would have been able to throw a rock more effectively.
Xandra picks up a rock and she throws it at Artyom.
Why is this violence?
Artyom, yeah, no, it's not going to be such that it injures you.
No, I'm not aiming to actually ping him in the forehead and deal damage. It's literally just a lob in general direction. There's no force behind it. Just hold on, let me finish what Dougie started. Poof.
I'm just imagining the stick from Kung Fu Hustle with the bonk on the forehead.
Yeah, no, it does no damage, but you're welcome to narrate how the rock hits you, if at all.
It just kind of bounces off of the side of it, off of his temple, and he does not respond.
it nails him clean, dead on, and like ricochets off in another direction, like patunk. But his head doesn't even move.
Yes?
Basically,
Dougie has helped us out a lot tonight.
Dougie Hayes, I'm trying to understand English.
Dougie is fucking exhausted, laying sweating on the ground.
Xandra's got
Esme.
smears of dirt on the face and hands. Like, there's underneath the fingernails, there's just dirt caked on.
Why?
Esme probably looks the same.
I
Oh, yeah.
appreciate Dougie. I just wish Dougie will maybe meet up with me on Fridays and also afternoons after class so that we can go through cycles together.
Fuck you, Artyom!
I'm offering
Did you
to help.
see anything?
Can I see
What
where
is your
any of
diet
this trail has gone? While they're talking, can I like stand up and brush the dirt off the shoulders and the hair, and goes over and brushes some of it off of Esme too,
It's fine.
Who's
It's fine.
and then
twitchily like looking around that whole area
Yeah.
from looking like now that you're kind of back outside in your eyes of actually we still got your phones, so you guys don't really need to adjust super much, but you're kind of getting used to being out here again, and you don't need a roll to see this. There are very clear tire tracks heading off towards like because there's the trees are not super dense here, and you can see that it pulls up off past the little like highway ditch and onto the road.
We do not have car of our own, so I do think that this is where trail runs cold. Well, not cold, but I do not know if we're going to be able to follow.
I wonder how they would respond if a student was taken off school premises during a lockdown. At least we have information.
This is true.
We could then have them help us, maybe.
We have information if they say she is not missing.
Well, they'd have to get eyes on her. There's no eyes on her if she's not here yet.
No, I mean if we say, oh, Carly is missing, and they say, oh no, she is totally here, and she is in class special with teacher, and we say no, we know where she went.
We would have to give up the fact that we know about the tunnels then, and just hope that she's gonna be.
We don't have to say it to them, but we would know that they are in on it now. See, this is how
Why don't we
whistling
just
spies
ask
work.
What?
Dougie's pointing off in her direction. Yeah,
What?
there's a guy. He sounds like a guitar.
It really just starts darting into the direction that Dougie pointed.
No, Esme, don't!
Nope.
Xandra follows.
Give it chasey
Oh, no.
chasey.
I was about to say, like, how seriously do you try to stop Esme?
I will try to
Chasey,
stop her
splashy,
so that
splashy.
it's just, we can do
Cool.
this smartly.
No, if because Esme's off at a dead sprint and you're actively trying to restrain her. Congratulations, we are now going to do a contested roll.
Yay!
Let's see. So for Xandra, it's gonna be coordination,
Okay.
and I think for Esme it is going to be actually no. For Xandra, it is going to be awareness to notice that her friend is about to bolt. For her friend, it's going to be athletics to see how quickly she gets the hell out of there.
I need to train with you on Fridays and afternoons. Why don't you invite me and only Dougie?
It was always open. Over the, you know what? Over the 4 months that we've been together, he absolutely would have invited every single, both of you to workout sessions and would have called it Team 666 workout time on the calendar.
I don't know if this helps anything, but I rolled a 33.
All right, so the way contested rolls work
So
is,
it's a
did you succeed?
No.
Okay, then you just succeed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hell, I mean, it's you roll a 33. How did you stop her?
Xandra, not being strong, is gonna reach out and grab her by the back of the sweater, be like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it smart, and we're gonna do it together. Stop, please.
Esme, you stop dead in your tracks as you're grabbed, like you can't move.
Esme, we still need to maintain the sneaky bricky.
We're not supposed to be out here.
And people aren't supposed to steal other people. We gotta.
Yes, but you running around and bringing attention to self while we are trying to be smart about this does not help the situation. It just makes it harder.
Then let's go. Then go.
We are
with me.
going. Esme, we understand the friend is missing.
We're
We
not
don't-
saying we're not gonna go. We're saying we need to go together and not run off on your own and get you stolen as well.
The more you panic, the worse this becomes.
Doug, you can be okay here for a second.
He like waves his hand.
I don't think we're going to lose him.
Oh, no, I don't think he's moving anytime soon.
He is
We'll
good
be back,
marker for
Dougie.
tunnel.
Oh yeah, he is a good marker for
He's
tunnel.
a
I'm
guard.
sorry.
You know, he tries to say something and then just gives you the finger. The direction he is pointing, I should specify. Like the tracks are going off this way, like towards the. They're going off. Yeah, off to like your left. He is pointing like off to your right somewhere. Like he's pointing in a very different direction than where the tracks are leading. It's deeper into the trees.
We don't know if this is a teacher doing rounds, making sure the students aren't caught. So we have to do.
I know. It's fine. Even if it's a random person, then we can take their car.
No.
Dope.
You said we need a car to get the other car because we're too slow if they were in a car.
How are you gonna know where the hell it went? Have you ever driven a car?
Figure it out. I read on Wikipedia once.
I've driven a car, says Luther.
You can drive.
That does not make me feel very confident right now. Let us find out who is this guitar person, and then we will decide what we are doing from there.
Fine. Hey.
Okay?
Okay.
I need you to calm down.
Sneak. We don't know who this is.
Fine. Sneak.
Sneak like Snick.
Like a snack.
No step on snack.
Yeah, that'd be really
Snack
bad.
a boop snoot.
That's how the series ends. We get bitten by a snake, but we're too far away from the actual rest for them to get the anti-venom to us, and we die
The
inside
truest
the road.
dragons, in fact, are the ones with rattles on their tails and
Made-
hate in their hearts.
Making up boots, like you do.
All right. So you're going to sneakily, head in the direction of where he pointed. Is what I take it. There's no other notes or precautions or stylistic flourishes I should know about before we start calling out some rolls.
Depending on which way the shadows are from the moon, we could totally just sneaky in the shadows of the trees, because there's still a few trees.
Absolutely. There's a full moon out.
Yeah,
Like,
that should
so
cast
it's-
enough shadows for us to actually try and be. And you're
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
black.
And-
Did you wear your
and-
sneaky pants?
I'm wearing my sneaky boots. That's the best you're getting out of me.
It is time for sneaky breaky.
But it's also like it's dark and the tree line is getting denser as you move in, for sure. Sure. Go ahead and give me a couple of stealth checks. They are standard for Artyom and Xandra. Esme, you were rolling those stealth checks at a -10 right now.
Stealth, you said?
Stealth.
Scheiße.
Wrong country.
Crit success.
Fail.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He
Fail.
told me to sneak.
So we have a success, a crit success, and a failure.
No, 2 fails.
2 fails.
Oh, you both failed.
2
Oh,
fails,
shit.
but a crit success.
I've got some serious PTSD about sneaking out, but I can do it right if I really think about it. I promise it's easier when they're not shooting at you.
Yeah, honestly, this is like weirdly familiar, and normally that's the kind of thing that fucks you up pretty bad. But in this sense, you kind of fall back into that mindset of like, oh, I have to take this deadly seriously, and like we practice this, and we our lives were riding on the line at that time, and you can kind of feel that in your chest of that, oh God, right, and in a way it kind of like stills you and quiets the turmoil you've been feeling like all day, like and you don't even really think about the fact that it's kind of cold out here and you're moving through like this thistle and this grass, and it's scratchy and it's awful, but you're just pushing through it because the fucking lizard survival brain has taken over. And
Snick.
Sneak.
the other two of you lose track of Esme
Wow.
Oh, she's gonna get herself killed.
as you stomp through the tree line.
Xandra
completely lose track
stops
of her.
as soon as she loses track of Esme and goes, she's actually says out loud, oh, she's gonna get herself killed.
Oh, give me a ooh. Give me an awareness, both of you.
To rectify my scheisse from before. Bliet.
Hey, even better.
Haha, crit failure.
Just a normal fail.
Oh boy. Okay. Crit failure. Jesus.
Thank you, Hunt.
One moment while I roll some dice, and then we're gonna find out what happens to Xandra. Okay, that's not too bad.
We can't reroll crit fails. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We love fortune. We would use it, but
All right, Xandra,
Uh-huh.
you take 12 physical peril.
That
Oof.
actually gets me to imperiled, but I'm still not taking negatives.
Okay. As something just like slams into your chest, slams you then against a tree, like up off your feet into a tree, and like because it's anime, the tree cracks. And you slump down the tree. It is very hard to breathe right now. It feels like a truck hit you. RT, I'm sorry, what was the roll on yours? You succeeded?
I failed, but not
Oh,
crit
you also
fail.
failed. Okay. You also failed. Do. One moment while I roll some more dice.
Joe, is that fortune or misfortune?
Dire squirrel.
Fortune, because Vic had a good idea.
So,
Guys, I
Artyom,
probably haven't felt this since childhood. Let's go.
Oh dear.
yeah, Xandra just exploded away from you, and someone has like grabbed you from behind. Like, so here's the funny part where Fox doesn't know the name for anything, but basically, someone has like your arms like locked
Under
up,
the
like,
armpits, up behind the head, full Nelson.
yes. One of the basically has you like
Wait,
locked up like that.
They're big enough to put Artyom into a full Nelson.
Somehow. And it's like a vice grip. Like it is like stone. Yeah, you like instinctively try to move against it and cannot.
I do not know how to sneak. I do not know how to look for things. But when someone grabs me, I know what to do. And
What do you
he is
do?
going to shove his hips back,
Mhm.
throw his shoulders forward, and go for one of the wrists,
Okay.
which is the appropriate defense for a full Nelson grapple.
This
know.
we're gonna go with melee on. You are rolling, however, to -20.
You wanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
As Xandra's like, I just unbruised those ribs.
It's a bad scene, homie.
That'll do it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because I have a 50 combat. I have melee at
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
a rank, but -20 puts me at a 40. I rolled a 31.
Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like when somebody's got you like that, the intent then is to what's the end goal on that particular maneuver?
The end goal is to throwing the hips back pushes their arms into an unlocked position.
right.
Throwing the shoulders forward brings their hands away, and then reaching up with now that your arms aren't being held up over your head,
Yeah.
grabbing one of the hands and then doing a shoulder toss onto the ground in front of him.
Which you go to shoulder toss and like a form flies over you like we hear the whoosh of like grass and leaves as someone is being flipped overhead, and we see the shadowy form of 2 feet land on the other side, and it lifts you with one arm, flinging you into the tree line. You take a tumble.
It held it held grip like
Sandra just
like
get
when I
hit with an
flipped it,
article?
it held on to my hand.
Yeah, it just held
Oh,
onto
Jesus.
you.
Okay.
Went with your throw and woofed you off of just.
Xandra was
hoofed
just
you off of
trying
it.
to stand up.
You don't
Did
take
she
any damage, but like you go kind of tumbling a bit into the grass.
I just imagine that anime moment. Xandra standing up and then just getting hit by Artyom and going
Yes.
back down again.
100%. Artyom crashes
Son of a-
into
And just-
Sandra. And a form, like hazy and hard to make out. Like both of your phones, there's no light here except for what's in the moon. Someone backlit by the moon, very deeply says, "Who sent you?" Esme, from the bushes or from a tree, really from whatever angle you want, you see this go down.
Esme slid. There was probably a rotting, falling tree trunk somewhere, and she'd slid behind that, and then slowly you see the antenna as she peers over it.
Yeah, and you can take because you freaking critically succeeded. You have an opportunity here to take whatever action you like as this all goes down.
Like visually, from a non being yeeted position, what can I make out of the person that was able to throw our big Russian boy?
Tall, masculine. It's dark though.
Esme holds up a hand and then gestures code orange and is gonna magic missile from behind their head.
Ooh, okay. Shit. That just does damage, right?
Yeah, no
You
para.
gotta cast it first,
Yeah, I gotta
though.
cast it though.
Yeah. Give me that casting roll, and then if that works, give me a damage roll.
Okay, 65 I need. That does it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Okay.
And then it's just my willpower bonus.
There's a sparking Xandra on the floor. She lays there after like trying to get her breath back, and she's trying to push herself
no.
up. But there's just these
Oh,
18
There's just-
Damahes?
18 demise.
18. She rolled a 10.
18. Yeah. Luther's your magic missile,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Code orange. We see Luther kind of like it's step out of the darkness, basically. Like there's this giant shadow behind you, and we see his face. Like it's like in a video game when you like clip through a wall. It's like that, but from the shadows as he steps over Esme, because he's already standing at a full run somehow, and he's got the IV in his hand, and he flies with inhuman speed, even like phasing through a tree or two in parts. Like he can kind of clip through the woods as he flies at this person in one like big bound. It's not even like trucking. He's just whoosh at this guy, and he goes to swing, and the person's left hand reaches up and grabs and stops the IV stand, and like shoves back with one arm. And Luther kind of, you don't want to say the word explodes when you're talking about somebody's friend.
Dissipates?
Turns to mist.
There's like a shock of light, like light and sparks. Like he kind of explodes into sparks, like he's not being peeled apart like a banana, but like
Discorporeate?
Yeah.
like somebody like
discorporeate.
I'm sorry?
Discorporeate?
Discorporeate. Ooh, that's a nice fancy word. Kind of, yeah. Like he
I got ghost words, that's it.
he comes apart in like little like will-o-wisps essentially. Like they had all formed up together to make him. Like they kind of individually like go off in these little points of light. This happens in the flash of a second. And as it does that, like those little points of light fly off, and several of them splatter like against ricochet off of and kind of crash against. It's like sparks actually. It's like somebody like sparks hitting a metal floor, and some of them hit against the form of the person, illuminating them a little bit. Xandra, it's your dad. We see it in slow motion as it kind of like goes across that chiseled form.
I made him sexy.
He kind of goes, oh.
I
He
lit him.
looks surprised.
I lit him. I'm sorry. Out of curiosity, the effect, is that just artful or is that unique in the interaction?
In terms of what happened, is like what damage did he take?
In terms of the exploding sparkles of Luther.
You've never thrown Luther at somebody and had them basically punch him out of existence before. That's new to you.
Okay, cool. It is both artful and unique. Good, thank you. Continue.
Yeah. Yep.
Continue
I've not seen that.
admiring
You
the
haven't
dad.
you've never thrown a ghost at somebody before and had to just go like, whoosh. That
Xandra
was very unsettling, honestly, actually.
stands up and the sparking gets worse as she glares at the form. Goes, "Who sent us? What are you doing here?"
Oh God, Alexandra, how the hell did you get out of the school? Oh my God. Okay, explanations would be great right now.
A friend of ours got kidnapped. We were out here trying to find the people who took her. We just followed the trail.
Esme slowly peers over from the log. I need your car keys.
Just slow down over there, gremlin. He's like, he just kind of glances over. He doesn't even really turn.
No, it's
How did you get past the referee network. Now, he would call them trash cans. How'd you get past the trash cans?
I'll tell you in a car.
One, you need to slow down.
We don't know what direction they went in. We can't get in a car and chase someone who's been kidnapped. We don't know.
Everyone slow down. Artyom is saying as he's standing up. One, yes, we will still go to find Carla. Two, we avoided a referee network because we have tricks up our sleeve like magician. Three, I am very glad that you are here because now at least we might be able to get something done.
Oh boy.
Four, we used your way out.
Xander actually lets out a chuckle.
You found the tunnels.
Yes, it is like in memoir, maximum potential, when you would talk about times when you went into a town and you kept it secret. I believe we know how.
He blinks once and then turns to Xandra.
Who just, like, there's a small twitch to her lips. And she's just like,
You told them about the tunnels?
well, seeing as how my friend found them first on accident, I just had to map them out to find out where we needed to go.
I didn't tell you about the tunnels?
No.
Seems genuinely confused about that.
No, you don't tell me anything. But that's besides the point and not the issue of what the fuck's happening.
Hey, language, kid. All right. You guys really can't be out here. This is not... Oh, boy.
We are
We
aware.
have-
We pissed off a hornet's nest.
We have to be out here, though, because we are looking for a person who is taken from school.
Yeah, and now the entire referee network is going to be looking for you.
Oh, no, they're not. They don't know where we are.
Okay, you're going to have to teach me how to do that one, too.
We
What
are
is
very
this
good.
special trick you got, actually? He actually starts like leans
Xander
back
turns
against
and starts walking back towards Dougie.
excuse you, young lady, I was asking you a question.
Yeah, and I'm checking on my friend, and I need to catch my breath from being hit through a goddamn tree as she
Yeah,
just
well-
keeps going.
That's what you get for sneaking up on your... Alexandra, get back here!
Maximum, sir. I wish to let you know that I know you probably do not read all of the material put out about you. I understand ghostwriters and all. You are a very busy person protecting us all. But it seems that Alexandra has been left out of many of your biographical works. And
Yeah, it's by design, kid. And he starts stomping after her.
no, yes, of course. Keep
Hey,
keep
I'm talking to
away
you.
from enemies. Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking to you.
He stomps his foot, and the ground where you are shakes a little bit. Like, there's a shockwave.
There's a crackle of electricity as I cast Dispel Magic on the ground underneath me. I would like to see if that'll go off.
I was just saying, go. It's in an inverse to how easy it is for the person to cast it.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yep.
Negative 30.
That makes it a negative.
No. Is if he has a plus 10 because it's a petty, then it's a negative 10 to dispel.
Yes, but he's also big. He probably was a big one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ranks don't count.
Okay.
It's you find your base chance, and then you talk about how easy or hard it is. So that's when the inverse kicks in.
Right.
So his base chance, he probably has 3 ranks. Right?
Okay.
So let's say he has an 85.
Right.
Okay? If he's doing a petty, that means it's a 95.
Mhm.
That's a plus 10, which means that the difficulty would be negative 10, unless he is somehow overtaken with multiple bonuses after base chance.
For sure. Which is the
Oh.
other thing is that she's dealing with her father, which is a whole thing.
Okay.
And it has been a long day.
I was just clarifying for the inverse rule.
Yep. Totally.
So with my plus 10, it's be a negative 20.
Roll
There
for
you go.
teenage angst. Thanks.
I rolled a 10. I did it. Xandra's
What-
hand flies out and a lightning strike
Wow.
hits the ground
Goddamn.
next to that started to rumble as she's walking, and the area where she's standing calms down enough where she doesn't fall over. She just barely turns and looks over her shoulder at him.
Yeah, and he's like, "Don't you walk away from me."
I might be able to answer questions as well.
He ignores you.
Ismay's pulling a bug off of her as she's getting up from the log and walks over to Artia.
Hey, Dougie, are you okay?
Huh? What?
I found
Shit.
the guitar.
How long have I been asleep? He like looks like he like legitimately like kind of wakes up with a start.
Probably looks over and then sees the giant form behind Xandra stomping over angrily.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And he like scrambling to his feet and is like starting to kind of try to dust himself off. And yeah, like if you're standing there talking to Dougie, like Maximum stomps over to where you are.
Mhm.
And honestly, he grabs your jacket and says, "Hey, I want an explanation now."
Well, so do I. We don't all get what we want.
Okay. I know I haven't been the most with it parent, so you'll have to forgive me for a second here if my technique is a little off. I'm gonna count to 3. One.
Sandra brushes off the silver belt and then puts her hands.
Yeah, that thing, for example. What the hell? What do you... People on Twitter are talking about the fact that apparently some freshman has come along and taken second place in the student council.
I sent a video. She was really good at it.
Oh, I saw it.
Okay.
How did you cheat? Who did you manipulate? What
She
weird...
didn't cheat. I sent you a video. You saw it. If you'd watch it.
I doesn't mean anything. And this one right here, there's no way. There's no way you did that to that without some kind of ulterior cheating stuff. Are you in with these dragons? Is that what's going on here?
Artyom's gonna walk over and grab him by the shoulder and try to spin him around.
You grab him by the shoulder, go to move. He does not, but his head snaps in your direction. He looks furious.
Xandra defeated that piece of debil by herself, in spite of dragons trying to make it harder for her. She is great warrior, of which her father, I thought, would be very proud.
He slowly turns his head back over towards Xandra. And there's a beat before he says anything. Okay. Okay. So, somehow, when I wasn't looking, you apparently managed to surpass your old man. At least, relatively speaking. And you decided to then, what, just immediately abscond into the night in the middle of a lockdown?
I thought we said we were chasing someone already.
Oh,
Kidnapped.
yeah, this is somebody got kidnapped? What's so, okay, yeah.
There's tracks right there.
Look,
After I covered for your asses with the dragons by telling them the cult was active on the school premises, we found out that...
What
Wait,
cult? What are you talking about?
wait a second.
What?
There are no referees right now. We are outside of school. We can talk. Beowulf.
What do you... It's like now he steps and turns and is like... Again, it's that weird thing. To explain the thing earlier, the reason he was able to get around it up and behind you, he was standing on a large rock. But I didn't have a good way of explaining that at the time because there's now a height differential because, again, you're 6'7" or something.
6'5".
I thought it went up every time. Yes, you're 6'5".
Growing
He
boy.
is not 6'5". He's like 6'2". You've got a couple of inches on him. But he still gets up in your face. What do you know
There
about
was a
that?
time where he would have enjoyed a couple inches on him. Anyway,
And on that note, we're going to take our break. No.
all right, no, but here.
Yeah, what do you know about that? His voice is like ice. Like,
Monty has made us aware of things, and also we are aware that dragons are not all best for world, or at least many people think that. One of our friends was taken. She comes from same place as Esme. She deserves just as much protection as everyone else.
They got dragged
Monty.
out through your tunnels.
He kind of stops and looks over at the dirt hole in the ground. Just sort of regards it very neutrally, of just like in his head it's like, yep, that's my tunnel, all right. But he just kind of like looks at it, says nothing. Wait, you back up. Cult, what's this about a cult?
Seekers of the Mind's Eye.
His eyes go wide.
So we thought they locked us in with them because
They're in our heads, apparently.
yeah, and we tried to say something and it got them really the dragons angry and they won't listen.
Yeah, I'll bet. The Seekers are in the school?
I think so.
At least something is.
Something from them.
This Mr. Nightmare?
I gotta think. And he starts walking back the direction
Don't hurt
that
yourself as Xandra turns back to the tunnel.
he starts walking back towards the area basically that you guys were headed towards. He starts walking back in that direction as he kind of just like waves you off, like I gotta think, and just walks off that direction.
Now, we should get Dougie.
Hi, I'm here. I'm
Dougie's
fine. I'm
standing
alive.
right next to me.
You are okay.
Dougie is standing.
Is
Oh,
he
he's
fine?
standing.
It's
I
very
thought he
dark.
was still lying down.
No. Dougie has made himself unsupine.
Dougie.
So, officially, Dougie, Artyom, this is my father.
Rock and roll.
There's your
It
guitar.
sounds like rock and roll. I
Yeah.
figured you'd be curious. You guys are always curious about that.
It is kind of cool.
We should not dally dilly.
Dilly dally.
Yes.
Well, so far, the only one slightly interested in talking to us, at least about the cult, is Preleon.
Yes. Let us.
Your dad's got tons of money. Can't he like hire somebody to track the car or something?
We
He's super rich.
Esme, you're jumping. Your jumping line. Your,
Conclusion?
Jumping the rifle.
Jumping the gun.
Yes, jumping gun.
Jumping the rifle. What the fuck is happening in the USSR?
So really, it's like hopscotch.
We need
That's why an AK is literally automatic Kalashnikov. They're
We need
automatic.
to track them.
Bouncing Kalashnikovs.
We have trail right now.
It's
If we
very-
might be able to follow it.
Ration.
Hiring some random person to find them is going to take too long.
Okay.
So we should stick with we should see if Maximum will be able to help us so that we do not go off cock.
Half cocked.
Full cock. Always go full cock.
Please stop talking about cock.
Talking about your dad's cock is so weird.
This is not. Xandra walks away and just
You did
Like-
not look inside of my private holders.
grabs.
No, what? Dude!
Xandra is holding onto her chest where she got slammed by the freight train that is her father into a tree, and then just forehead slowly against the bark of another tree near the hole in the ground is just sighing. Face against it, like just No.
He's just pulling off little chips of dirt and a little bit of blood off the center of her nose, and is just like, "Oh, would you help us?" She turns in the direction of Maximum.
He's gone into the tree line somewhere down that direction.
Are you peeing?
We have to keep up with him. Come on.
Well, if he's peeing, I know. I thought we were.
He is only lead we have.
Why is your dad in the woods in the middle of the night?
I don't know. It's supposed to be
And
on
why is he
lockdown.
such an asshole?
Oh, well. People, right?
That is what many of us are thinking.
I'm sorry, Artyom.
It's not your fault.
I wanted you to have your idol a little longer.
Yeah,
You
you
were-
seemed really happy.
He walks over. Zendra, I want you to understand something. None of any of this is your fault. I maybe realizing that some of stories may be more like a cartoon anime I watch than is.
Could still be a fan of the cartoons and the anime.
He actually goes into his gi, pulls out his wallet, and pulls out a little piece of paper, puts the wallet back away, and just kind of tears it up and lets it drift into the wind. We have more important things to do now, though. We have to find Carla, and Maximum seems to be best bet, right?
Currently, it's
you're-
the only bet we have.
As you're walking in that direction, Dougie kind of just has this like heavy sigh moment of like, whew, man, yeah, never meet your heroes, huh? And as you step past a couple of trees, you see that there is a tent with a big fucking antenna kind of set up and sticking through it. One of the flaps is open, and there's a small light, like a small lantern, and a collection of what looks like radio equipment. And sitting in it, fiddling around with it a bit, with half of a headset to one of his ears, is Maximum. And Dougie just kind of stops in his tracks and goes, I mean, unless he's got a bunch of spy shit, then yeah,
Were
meet
you
your hero.
the one spying on us in our own fucking rooms?
And that is where we're gonna take our break.
Maximum is Western spy! No!
Folks, this is the point in the stream where we go forth unto places of watering and receiving water. Get up, stretch. Bring it back to actually as knowing that I will myself have to edit this someday. Hey Fox, this is where the break ends. Okay. So
You're welcome, future Fox.
you're welcome, future me.
So,
We come back from our commercial break, and the four of you standing wide-eyed at, or however you would stare at. Certainly, a Dougie is agog at the fact that there's now a pup tent. I have to close chat. Dude, there we go. Very distract. Full of like this
Pups?
like listening
Puppies?
equipment, essentially. A
Oh.
big fucking antenna, and a tiny little like tornado lamp. With a big Maximum Sinclair sitting in there, just kind of like listening in on something real quick.
you were under our room? You put the listening box under. Oh my god.
Do you guys put it in water?
Yes.
That is how you deal with Western spies.
Yeah, great. This is just like an hour of a faucet running.
So it's not dead.
Oh, it's not waterproof.
No, but you know about it now, so I suppose it's kind of a moot point. He kind of like takes the headphones off.
Do
and
you
tosses
have
them aside.
surveillance in any other place, or just your daughter? Because that's real weird, dude.
Oh yeah, that is kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is. When it turns out that you guys were all I needed you to do was go to school, learn how to fight. Maybe make it to your 3rd year here. That'd be nice. But then, like, you're here a couple of months and, like, the school's on lockdown. Nobody knows what's going on with the dragons anymore. Shit got real weird, kiddo, and you got out of control in a very dangerous way.
Only
Speaking
because
of,
you
tell me
couldn't
about this cult. And he cuts you off. Like, just tell me about this cult.
Xandra's such a disappointment. Why do you watch her so intently?
And there's a beat. He like looks at Esme and looks over at Xandra. Because despite my wishes, she's very important. The cult.
That's sweet. That's nice, right?
Well, I don't think he means it in any way, shape, or form. Didn't you just hear despite his wishes? Anyway, you should know about it. You heard her fucking
No,
screaming,
I know
apparently.
I know what the cult is, just...
One of them causes nightmares.
Okay, it's like an inner fire thing?
So when we were still in the compound, with the Seekers, there were, someone who could hurt us, and he came with nightmares, and that was the only time that happened, and then we came here, and recently, they too also are here, and they caused, nightmares in all of them, as well as me and Carla. If it was me and Carla only, then, you know, we're crazy. But it wasn't...
He nods.
Right? She nods with him, right? Yeah? But it was them too, and there was physical proof.
Physical proof. I mean, he asked this and like he's still facing Esme, but like looks over at Xandra. Physical proof.
The Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah.
You're welcome to make any sense out of that at any moment here.
You were the one that was listening in. Aren't you supposed to be up all on this?
Didn't you get
Jimmy in the place?
2 mornings of
think.
random screams in your
Trying to think.
listening device?
Apologies as I take a moment to remember what he has and hasn't heard. Yes. Yeah, you guys had bad dreams. I didn't really pay much attention to it. You're teenagers.
It's specific. It's not... We all had the same thing within it, which is like a business card for trauma in your brain. Okay? It was a signature. It's special. It's different. And the Etch-a-Sketch wasn't from my spirits, my friends. It was somebody else. I asked everybody else, and then it wasn't them. She, like, looks around.
Someone from the cult apparently has followed the lost children here into the school. We told Prelion that the issues with the reps must have been from the cult.
But then she blackmailed us.
Is there a reason she has Kyla's sword?
What do you mean she blackmailed you?
Oh.
Wow.
So is there... Maybe there's a way I could phrase your question into my question. This is really
She
weird.
says she knows how... Or she knows that we are the ones that manipulated referees. Because the only proof she has of when it happens to be when we did tamper with the referees. But this was different occurrence. And
Oh wait, different occurrence than what?
when
Than
we
tonight?
The security glitch, and we've caused 2 disturbances with the reps so far? 2,
Well,
so that's 4 reps in
today
total.
is actually more...
And that's this guy over here? And he like jabs a finger towards Dougie.
No.
he likes music.
Dougie like shakes his headphones like
No, we can turn the reps. We could disable them.
how?
She's like, she's like,
Yeah, he gets like uncomfortably like how?
Inner fire.
Okay, yeah, I can punch through a mountain with inner fire.
Okay.
I'm looking
You
for
know
more
how
like.
each one manifests differently.
Eh.
So she like looks to Artyom.
It, suffice it to say, we were forced to figure out a way to get bypass referees. It turned out referees looked like we were the ones causing the problems.
Well, technically, we were at that point.
No, the previous problems.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And
The first time when our rooms were ransacked. Did you have anything to do with it?
no, I didn't steal your what was it, laptop, notes, and diary.
Well, we already know who did.
Sort of.
Sort of. Wait, you were listening in and that. Did you hear who stole our stuff?
No, I told him.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I also haven't been listening to you for very long. Is the problem?
Who was listening to before?
I'm sorry. What?
Someone used your breach in the reps' security system in order to get into our room and take things without being noticed.
So someone disabled the reps before we disabled the reps, but because the only proof Praleon has of who did it is us, she says if we don't figure it out, she's gonna tell
Memneth that it was us.
Yeah.
So either we get fed as dragon fodder, or
Yeah, that can't happen. So
wait,
And
did
you're
you
saying
just say you want me alive?
I said you were useful. Now, so here's the thing: So you're saying that the cult did this? Then the cult stole your stuff and then kidnapped someone?
I mean,
It's the only lead we got.
the only other time I've ever had problems was with like reporters, and I don't think they're in the academy, and they can't get in my head.
Okay, I'd honestly be impressed if anybody could. All right. Your friend, she got kidnapped tonight? Like,
Yeah.
do you have anything at all?
Oh, show him the walkie-talkie.
Oh, yes, Western spy device. Yeah.
He like takes it out of your hand, looks at it,
Don't sniff it.
glances at Esme, glances back at it, like reaches over into like a pack and like pulls out one that looks basically identical. Like, yeah, you can buy these at the hardware store. Gloop, 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 gloop. And he kind of tosses it just to the side. Anything else?
It was all we had.
It was there with a post-sticky note where I was supposed to meet her.
You gotta give me more than a sticky note here. There's gotta be something else. And Dougie
There
pipes
was-
up. Well, what about the tracks?
Yeah, the ones going
Yeah.
through your tunnels. There were drag marks, and that's what we were following when we ended up
And
out
then-
here.
That's why I need your car.
There's tire tracks going in the opposite direction, leading off.
Okay. Well, now that I can work with.
Did we not just did I thought I Okay.
Esme, that would require him to listen.
All right, so
See?
he stops for a second and is thinking. So this is going to take a little bit of time. Not much. Probably have something for you by the morning. But I don't have the resources here to tap into the camera feeds. I'm going to have to call in a favor out to get that one happening. Can't help you tonight, but if you can at least give me till the morning, I should have something by then.
If that is what we have, it's better than what we had before.
Why can't we follow the car tracks now?
Because cars do not leave tracks their entire way.
They're gonna hit a road, and there's gonna be no tracks.
Aren't there cameras at like streets and
You
stuff?
need
Exactly,
to be able to
and that's what I'm
search
talking
those
about.
things.
Yeah, I can take the cameras from the tree line that we've got set up.
As we just start looking up at the trees, like
As you look, he kind of like leans out of the tent a little bit and like points and kind of like brings your head over to like follow his finger line, like whoop.
A suspiciously static owl.
Yeah, and like and points up. at a suspiciously static owl. It's looking away from where his tent is. His tent appears to be in some kind of like a, the owls are not what they seem. This joke for two people.
Wow.
The tent is sort of in a blind spot of where that owl is, but it's looking out that way. It says, yeah, there's one of those near enough to the tunnel. Get a license plate or a make or something off of that. Feed that into traffic cameras. Figure out where the van went. But that means getting that footage and then sifting through it, getting local law enforcement to do what we want them to do. That means time. But I can get you something.
The local law enforcement couldn't do anything for me. You needed dragons to get me. Are you gonna actually be able to help her?
You want my help or not, kid?
The only question, it's the only option we have right now.
Well, how can you get the information back to us if we go back?
We still need to find the cult member so that we don't get fed to a dragon.
I know, it's just that, he doesn't talk to you.
There's this wonderful invention. It's called the telephone.
Yeah, you don't use it.
Well, yeah, because when you go around throwing around words like Beowulf and putting our entire operation at risk, yeah, I try not to talk about those out in the open where people can hear, where it can be followed on a record that is like written down. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but cell phones store data and people can look at those things. They are a security risk.
Okay, so how are you going to give us all this information if you won't use the security risk?
No, that's my point, is that I can send you a friggin'... All right, you know what? I can get a message to Monty. Apparently you know about him and his relationship to me, which that's great.
Always wanted a brother.
I'm so... Fox couldn't have heard that right at all. I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Always wanted a brother.
Yeah, me too. No, actually, that's not shitty enough. He would have said, yeah, and I always wanted a son. So, no, as I think it was you that said we don't always get what we want, but I can get you this information. I can get it to him. He can get it to you. It's secure enough, and I can get you a location, probably, the van or whatever truck. Who knows? Definitely.
Why? What do you get out of it?
Well, the price tag is that you march your little asses back in there. However the hell you snuck out. I mean, obviously through the tunnel, I'm not an idiot, but however you got past the tin cans, and you continue to make appearances like you haven't busted out of the place, further pissing off the dragon that apparently you've already pissed off.
Oh yeah, I gotta get back to the West Hall. Shit. They still think I'm in the bathroom.
Tell him you're menstruating. I don't know.
And Dougie was there to help me?
He just like looks over and does like the down up on Dougie. And he seems capable enough. I don't know either. I don't know.
He's absorbent?
How do you think Maximum Sinclair knows about menstruation? Hazard a
Does
guess.
he think tampons are dildos? Is that the level your dad's at?
I was trying so hard to keep a straight face. Mature.
Oh.
Well, I have to end up getting to class tomorrow. Maybe I'll be able to find out more about what the dragons are doing. Come on. Which is why I got the belt, by the way. Insider information always helps, doesn't it?
So you did cheat. Okay.
No.
That makes a lot more sense.
She didn't cheat.
I got it for the sole purpose of, 1, showing you up, and 2, getting insider information from the dragons.
If you gave your daughter some information, maybe she wouldn't be having to do all the weird, risky things alone.
She's not supposed to be doing any weird, risky things. None of you are. You're supposed to be in school. I don't know why this is a hard concept.
Yet somehow we're important enough that you want to keep us alive in a school where...
That you're watching us in a pup tent in the woods.
This is true.
No, I can't keep a straight face. I'm keeping an eye on some assets, all right?
Assets for what?
I should think that that'd be plainly obvious that it's... You know what? No, you... Questions. Always questions. No, I get to ask questions around here. I am the actual adult in the room.
I'll
I
trade a
figured out-
question.
Maybe I will just go feed myself the mammoth.
Oh my god, no. I'll tell you how we turn off the refs if you answer one question for Xandra truthfully and not like a dick.
Yeah, he actually does kind of like laugh. Done.
I possess the refs. Now
What the
answer
fuck does that
Xandra.
mean? What the fuck does that mean? You possess the refs?
Ghosts possess the refs.
I put a member of the cult into the body of the tin cans.
Dead cult. Remember that they are ghosts.
And yet they're very interactable. Ira was weird. You could see that one too. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who the hell is Ira?
Ghost put in your tunnels with long pink hair, barely any eyes showing.
Apparently Praleon did it?
Yeah, Blue Dragon put it there.
Yeah.
That doesn't... He gets like really quiet and confused looking.
So, we also don't know who Ira is. All we know is that she was lost, we found her, we helped her out using the tunnels. She then disappeared.
So I could put people like that in the reps.
Jesus. Alright, your ghosts are real. Today I learned. Yeah, alright. Your question then?
Anything you want, Xandra?
I didn't say that.
You said one question.
I said one question.
One question. Any
One question.
Any question?
One question.
What are we assets for?
Project Beowulf. Alright, now, if you would get your little assets back into that school...
I believe that qualifies as answering like a dick.
Yeah, well, welcome to my life.
No, the part of the deal was that he does not answer like dick.
Ismay starts walking towards the tent and is like, no, it's alright. He just doesn't want to answer. She just starts pilfering through the things like a fucking bear who's wandered upon a picnic.
Hey!
What do you got over here? Before I go
Like,
back, I really would love to see all
He
your cool
grabs your
stuff.
wrist, and it's like a vice grip. Excuse you.
Let go of my friend.
Tell your friend to stop raccooning through my expensive government equipment.
Let go of her, and then we will discuss that.
Government. Okay.
He... like, it's not hard, but he just kind of does, like, the fine. Like, I let go of your hand, but not, like, throwing her, just like, "Deh."
Well, at least there's some information I got out of that phrase. Thank you.
You recognize that part of the reason you're in this mess is because you opened up to the dragons about basically everything, and now we're worried that anything we tell you is going to go directly to them. My superiors aren't entirely convinced you aren't already working for the dragons. You recognize that's the position that puts me in. Do you get that, Alexandra?
Asteros has tried to kill us in the past hour and a half. Praleon
Welcome
took
to the
us into
club,
a
kiddo.
weird...
You wanted to run with the big boys? Well, congratulations. It means dealing with Asteros.
No, you are upset that we gave away all information. We knew nothing. How are you expecting us to keep secret if we do not know secrets?
We were the ones who found the data breach, and we're the ones who didn't know anything about it being planned, so of course we're going to ask the people who control the thing the data breach had issues with. You see, I'm under the distinct awareness that that is only the dragons, and you know what? If we had been told information, it wouldn't have come to light. And I'll have you know, when we were talking to Praleon, the only one who hasn't tried to kill us.
Artyom's right. If you had told us that this was a secret, then maybe we could keep secrets.
I fucking covered for you.
You didn't do shit. All right, kiddo. Here's the
I could have sold you and Monty out immediately when Prelian asked about the data breach.
Yeah,
I know
and,
the answer to it.
oh, don't worry. Monty will be fucking answering for that nonsense too. But here's the fucking bottom line, kiddo. If you had just let Ben take care of this whole, oh no, they stole my diary shit, and just let that lie, none of this would have been happening. But no, it was just one series of events of escalating it from one dragon to the next until it has spiraled out into this whole situation. And now the fucking seekers are involved, which that's great. That's a fun little line item to add to the report.
We'll Artyom walk over, hand on Xander's shoulder. It's okay. Maybe she is more like you than you like to admit.
His eyes narrow.
And we'll wait for you to get in touch with us. Yes?
Yeah.
Let us go back. We have to go put you back into a bathroom.
Please don't say it like that.
Ismay's still just slowly trying to just like...
Esme. Let's go.
Yeah, he did. Like, Maximum isn't even looking at Esme. He's just staring daggers into, like, very much staring down what he views as the top dog trying to assault his alpha male position, let's say. He's Maximum Sinclair. He sucks on toast.
Who knows, maybe by the end of the year I'll have first seat. Xander turns and walks away. Towards the tunnels.
Hey, do you have any, like, granola bars in here? Because we missed dinner.
I swear to God, if I'm known as Pizza Sinclair because of you, you hear from the tree line.
They all worked really hard to dig that tunnel out. Could you at least give us some fucking food?
We do not need food. We're fine.
I'll let you know when I find something out. And he like turns back to his stuff and starts like switching things off.
He'll leave the tent, start heading back towards the tunnel.
Yeah, and he absolutely like lets Xandra have the last word on that. He's clearly stewing, but keeping it kind of down. This is one of those. Xandra would be able to tell because she has lived with her father. He's pissed. He is fucking furious now.
We touch him in the wrong way one more time, I'm gonna get shoved through another goddamn tree, mad.
Kinda.
I
don't know that he would like attack his own child quite to that degree.
Again?
Or maybe he would.
Dark.
Well, so that's the thing. Before, he didn't know who the hell you were. He couldn't tell. In the darkness, he just knew that somebody was trying to sneak up on him, so he sprung into action. You'll note he did not apologize for that.
No, of course he didn't. I didn't expect him to, so I didn't try to push for it.
But no, he seemed surprised when I should have been more clear about that too. Like when he caught in the light who he was looking at, he looked really surprised. Like, what the fuck? And not in the sense of like, oh no, an attacker, but what the shit is Alexandra doing here? And yeah, he's
as soon as she's out of eye line,
quietly kind of just following behind you guys like, what the fuck is going on?
Xandra's gonna put her hand out and just kind of motion for Dougie to come closer.
Yeah, he walks over.
She immediately grabs his shoulders and just crumples.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Give me a second.
Are you okay?
Give me a second. Artyom, I'm probably gonna need your help too. And she's just like,
Let's go.
yeah, I need to.
Dude, what the fuck?
So okay, he actually walks over and like grabs across your chest, uses your arm to pull you up onto his back, and will piggyback walk with you.
Just give me a minute and I'll be able to walk again.
It's okay.
Oh god, I think my ribs are bruised.
I can walk, you don't need to.
Oh, Jesus. Man, your old man's a real motherfucker, huh?
Dougie, now is not the time to really delve into that a little bit deeper.
No, yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Now you know why I wanted to vandalize a statue.
Yeah. I hate that fucking statue. Everybody takes 2 conflict except for Xandra, who takes 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Apologies, please continue.
Nope. Saw that 100 times coming.
I was just waiting to see how the scene ended,
Yeah,
basically.
Xandra's gonna try to navigate the way through the tunnels, knowing that they interconnect from the last time that she had to do it, to get somewhere close to the main building, to at least...
Totally.
We're covered in dirt and whatever, but Xandra will literally just not say a word to the ref outside the bathroom, if that's the case.
So yeah, if you guys are trying to make your way back, I will need a navigation check from someone. Or anyone's, really. Just need navigations.
Yeah, you need the skill to help, so...
Oh, you need the skill to help? I don't have the skill, I've been making them because I had intelligence.
Oh, no, I mean, we could offer help.
Oh.
I have intelligence but no navigation.
Yeah.
It's your dad's tunnels. You should
I rolled a
figure it
1.
out.
You pop out. Let's see. It wasn't a crit, so you don't just get to fucking teleport wherever you want. However,
nope. I literally rolled the 1. Alright.
This is very, very, very good. A moment. I just need to take a
Thank
second
you,
to
everyone,
go.
for helping me try and find Carla.
At least we have someone looking at the security cameras and we can find out more.
Doesn't matter. She's probably gonna be dead anyway.
We one? No. Remember, you had trouble summoning her ghost.
Yeah, it could just mean that she's not my friend. It just mean that, you know.
We we are still finding her. Okay?
It's just weird that if we can't trust the dragons and we have to trust the government. I mean, the government couldn't do jack shit.
We're not trusting anybody other than ourselves at this point. That is why we take over schools, so that we do not have to worry about them.
I like that.
You end up, you push through into a, basically like an electrical closet. You come out into a dark room, and when you're shining your lights around, it's like a room that is full of breakers, fuse boxes, there's shelving. There's a little bit of like, hey, we've been using this room also as a utility closet. You know, there are bulb on the ceiling. Not the shining example of how great, please stop vibrating. How great,
You said that, and this one's over here shaking his legs so that it literally just stopped periodically. As soon as you said, please stop vibrating, his legs stopped.
No,
and I'm like,
I meant
no,
my mic arm.
It's not what you meant.
I gestured and smacked my mic arm, and it was like, whoa, and I didn't want that to go into the microphone. Anyway, but yeah, you come out into a utility closet of some kind. It is dark. You have your phone. Your phone batteries are getting kind of low.
I was about to say, our phones, man.
Sun's getting kind of low there.
Big fella.
Everybody's on low bat right now.
Okay.
And Xandra is also at physically low battery. Just...
And by the way, he carried you the whole fucking way.
Xandra's just like, that way. No, if you look at the symbol, this says this. You have to turn left here.
Okay.
No, your other left.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you need me to take over? I could, do you,
He gives a look to,
Dougie
of like, not, I'm gonna tear your head off, but I fucking got this.
Okay. So you've got this.
Without saying a word, just a...
Yeah. He asked that one time, and then after that, nope.
Thanks for your help today, Dougie.
Yeah, anytime.
And I am glad you will be getting paid.
Yeah, fuck that, man. I guess this is some like end of the world shit or something, right? Governments, dragons. She got really heavy, man. This was supposed to be an easy A, you know?
Still could be. You could forget any of that happened.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I could try choking you out. Lack of blood flow to brain might make you forget.
Please don't.
It's nothing personal. I'm just not into guys. It's okay. It's nothing personal. You're a fine specimen. I just not. It's not me.
How do I say
But, like-
this? Dougie.
Yeah,
How do
yeah.
I say this?
Yeah.
Just because somebody is gay does not mean they are into you.
It's a choking thing. I figured.
You're not my type.
I didn't figure I was Artyom. I just believe me. I think I just met your type or something. I
You're
don't know.
too
that was a whole-
thin. You would crack like twig.
Yes, I thank you. It's. I don't know how I got
Keeps going.
here.
Xandra's shoulders are shaking. Like she's laughing silently.
Everyone should try and get the dirt off them before we show up in the hallways. It'll make the I was just in the bathroom story a little more plausible if you don't have forest debris on your face.
Dougie cracks the door and says that there's no one in the hallway right now.
Okay. You can make it to West Hall. We will go back to a room.
Well,
South Hall is where the
South
cafeteria
Hall,
was.
that's right.
Are you coming
all.
back to the room?
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to get shown around. Who knows? We might be able to share one big room.
Okay. We will wait for you to let us know that you have made it out. We'll go
Yep.
back to the room.
Yep. If you go back to the room, I'll start here, pick up my trash can. Go back to the room and meet you there.
It will be okay.
Yep. I need to sleep off this bruise anyway. Trees suck.
Let's go back to the room.
Kind of the level fucking worst, man.
As before Artyom leaves, he gives a look to Dougie, just like looks to Xandra, looks to Dougie, gives him a thumbs up, and then keeps going.
Your friend is super intense, dude.
That's my sneaky Russian.
So once you're out in the hallway, you can actually tell by looking around that what you're looking at is a lot of like exercise stuff and gym rooms. And hey, isn't that where we have fencing class? And oh shit, we're in West Hall. You're on the first floor of West Hall, but you're in West Hall.
I turned to Dougie. So do you think we should go back in through the window or just walk down the hall and be like, hey, why'd you glitch out? I'm right here.
I mean, your call, but like, if you want me to go ahead and try and figure out where the referee is, it might not still be waiting out there. I don't know.
I'm
Like,
pretty
those
sure
things get
any
impatient.
of them who see me at this point would just pop up behind me.
No, fair enough. Should we just go find one then? Should we tell them we were making out?
Yeah, sure.
Inappropriate.
Forest is good for something.
Super was kidding. Doesn't know. It's
This is a cover. And she just continues walking.
What just happened as he goes
Oh.
yeah, what's your play there? It's your call if you want to try to go back and sneak through the window, or if you just want to like bop down the hallway, man.
No, just gonna plop down the hallway. Fuck it.
All right.
I have. Yeah.
At this point, like the riot has dissipated. The hallway is quiet. The lights are out. There are what do you call them? Fucking hell, referees. There are referees patrolling, like kind of floating around in the hallways and stuff. Which Dougie can get you around any of them until you were like, no, don't worry about it. Essentially, and you head back towards the bathroom you left from. The referee's not there.
I wonder if it thought it was a medical emergency and had to check on you. Dead. Emergency.
Totally dead.
Dead.
Oh,
My
well,
human's dead.
That's fine. Danger just keeps walking.
Oh, okay, cool.
Apparently,
where's
there's a time limit for how long they'll wait.
Yeah, I mean, we were gone a while, and Jesus, it's late. He looks at his phone that's like 3% battery. Oh, So where's you now instead? Unless you need to pee. Do you have any idea what your dad meant, by the way? That was super weird, right?
Yeah, I honestly have no idea. Most of the time about anything he says. At least what he leaves behind is simple enough to understand. It's hard to figure it out with him.
I don't know. I'd say what he leaves behind is pretty complicated. And he like does the like punch you on the shoulder like hey friend kind of thing. Like doof, as if to indicate that you were something your father left behind. Oh Dougie.
Oh.
No, you won't see him taking credit for that.
Dougie laughs. Dougie kind of snaps a little bit and just starts laughing really hard. Dougie looks very tired. And very
Xandra's
punchy.
hand just goes up in the like in between his shoulder blades and just kind of rubs between them as they're walking. And if she sees a ref, she'll just beckon it over.
Yeah, one's like floating down the hallway and like stops immediately, turns, and floats over your direction. Student Xandra Sinclair, you have been in the bathroom for... Oh, God, how long has it been? Let's see, because you guys went out there, there's a talk, came back. You have been in the bathroom for 1 hour, 37 minutes. Do you require medical assistance?
No, we were celebrating.
I have to think about what's in the student handbook with regards to celebrating.
I don't. My brain's trying to think of what that could mean.
I can think of
That's just it.
two off the top of my head immediately.
Leaving it open to interpretation.
You know what? Even the poor robot takes a second to kind of like it like does a little rotate towards Dougie, rotate towards you. Students are asked not. Students should only use restroom facilities for restroom purposes.
Good save, robot. Good save.
I'd like to see the robot try and stop a bunch of 17 to 20-year-olds from fraternizing.
On lockdown.
Please refrain from fraternizing in the restroom.
Who said anything about that? And Zandra's gonna start walking back towards her dorm.
If refs could blush. Back to the freshman dorm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
yeah,
going to the room yet because I haven't figured out which room it is. 2, I'm really fucking tired and don't feel like dealing with anybody, including
Totally.
Kirk right now.
It loops around behind you and just kind of trails along as you head back to your dorm. You two, presuming that you're both headed there as well.
Oh yeah.
You beat Xandra there if there's anything you want to do before she shows up, but otherwise it's an uneventful trip back.
No,
Most people are asleep by now or like headed in that direction or you know,
Be in
it's
the
the
showers.
campus is quiet.
just gets back to the room, walks over and sits down at his desk. We are going to find Carla. We know that we have to rely on the people, not ourselves. And you would much prefer that you do it yourself. Yes?
I mean, I wouldn't trust me to save Carla. It's just, I don't know if the only thing that's come through with the cult has been the dragon that everyone says is really terrible. And I get it, I do. But,
We will do our best to find. All we can do now is prepare to make sure that we run school. Yes?
yeah.
Good.
I want a fancy belt too. she says sleepily as she's like shaking a dirt-covered sweater and just throwing on her boxers and just onto a bed.
Oh, honey.
It was fun to go outside though.
You can hear rustling.
She like throws her head upside down from the top of the bunk, just be like, "What are you doing?"
Instantly back awake.
Just changing things up.
At this point, Xander, you can come in any instant you wish to.
Pulling pins.
Oh no. Wait, like private time? She's like, she
Xander-
abruptly pulls her head up like, should I not?
No, it's okay.
Oh,
Xander
okay.
walks into the room and just kind of blinks slowly. I got my buddy here.
Ah, good.
Float.
Was it good bowel movement?
Did you bring us pizza?
Please do not have them be same thing.
I did not bring pizza. I also have not yet eaten.
Students are required to only use restroom facilities inside approved areas.
Is it medical emergency if we are hungry and we need food?
There's vending machines.
Food is provided in the lounge of each student dormitory. There's essentially like a little mini cafeteria kind of cafe area down there. And there's also vending machines on
What
the
if we
floor.
can't make it there?
Yeah,
My legs.
I'm so hungry that I might pass out. Ah.
The referee staff, the referee network is not a wait staff.
She could have fooled me in the cafeteria.
It turns towards you but says nothing. You sense it judging you. But how could it?
We don't talk about it.
Squinty line.
We don't talk about that unit. His passion for cooking brings shame to us all.
Xandra walks over and takes one of the pins from Artyom and just kind of flips it between her finger, taking down one of the posters.
He's taking down all of his stuff.
And re-puts the pin back up on the wall. On the poster before you can fully take it down.
I took that out because I am taking that down.
Why? He's still Maximum Sinclair. Just because he's a bad person when he's my dad doesn't mean he doesn't stand for everyone on the planet, apparently.
I know this.
Oh god.
But this right now is
gun show.
Is character. This is fiction.
Yeah, but you can still be a fan of a fictional person.
And maybe one day I would be able to go back and watch and enjoy. But right now, I don't want to look at this.
Fair. And Xandra pulls out the selfie that they had taken to send to her dad at one point. And it's the three of them, but she had it printed out. It's like on real shitty computer paper. But she printed
The
out middle
library.
class.
There's
Yeah.
a pink line where
And
like
then
the
takes
cartridge skipped.
Takes the pin out from where she was holding it, puts the pin in the paper, and sticks that to the wall instead.
I can
I
look
fixed
at
it.
that.
That's my first family photo.
Oh my god.
Well, other than the one with the refs, when I don't have
We
that
can print
printed.
that. Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah,
Not that one.
not that one, but
We can still save that one, but printing it out might be.
You could send it to someone to make them
He proceeds to take down all of his stuff. It takes him a bit because there was a
Oh
lot.
God!
There's
The
one
sun
figure where you can,
rises.
There's the sheets. There's the figures.
the one of them
there's
that's
the
just very
posters.
hastily glued together from when Xandra had tried to glue it for you, and it's just like, I'm pretty sure if you breathe on it wrong, it's still gonna snap in half, but she tried.
Takes down the wall scrolls. Goes to turn the pillow inside out, remembers what's on the other side of the pillow, and decides to just pack that away.
The audience starts to get like a peek of that, and he's just like, 1 second thoughts.
Pixels. You just get pixels for a brief second. Oh no.
The fucking referee like starts to kind of like raise up the shoulder, like, "Fuck you got over there?" It's just like, "Nothing. I have nothing of importance."
Xandra, meanwhile, dissociating in a corner because she knows exactly what's on the other side of it.
Esme holds the teddy bear that you gave her from her spot above the bunk and is like,
My heart.
your bed looks really empty and lonely, and do you want
This is just where I sleep. This is good. I have a picture. He points to the picture that Xandra hung up.
Okay.
It is fine.
What we can do is maybe clean up a bit and get pie or something from the lounge.
You
Totally.
lost me at clean the room, but then the
No, not
pie
clean the
really brought
room.
me
I
back.
meant clean us, as Xandra like puffs her
Oh.
jacket slightly, and there's just a
Yes.
cloud of dust.
I could not
dirt.
help but go through midnight gardening session.
Out in the hallway, there in fact is like when you guys came up, you passed by a referee and left just like these awful muddy tracks as you went, and it was like passing by the other hallway. It stopped, it turned, and then like the bottom of it opened up, and it just like was a circular scrubby brush thing,
It's a Roomba.
and it basically became a Roomba. It went whoom and stuck its butt on the floor and went to start like cleaning up the carpet.
Little shower, get pie, and then sleep. Yes? Okay.
You shower, you get pie, and you sleep. Esme, you
Put.
so, you're in a house, in the kitchen of a house. It's small. The kitchen has linoleum floors and kind of these off-white peeling walls. There's a big like yellow refrigerator that looks like it's from the 70s. It's daylight outside, but it's kind of like foggy. It's like, you can see, that there's outside out there, but you kind of can't really see it. It's weird. It's like the outside is out of focus. The sink is dripping water into dirty pans that have been stacked up in there.
Probably
there's-
smells.
It's not great. It's weird in here. There's a half-eaten bowl of cereal on the table, which you're kind of sitting at. It's like those weird. It's a very small table, and it's only got like 2 chairs at it. They're those like, again, it's like shitty 70s kind of plasticky chairs, just sitting down there. Oh, now he has run up steps and punching meat boy. He has to wear hoodie.
Alternate costume.
Oh yes, this is DLC
Alternate.
costume.
Alternate costume.
Alternate costume for DLC purchases. Only $5.99 is good deal from Russia.
It's the sand
From
art.
Russia with glove.
Part of Battle Pass.
Yes, get battle pass. I was gonna make a really tasteless joke about swimsuits. But we're not gonna do that. Anyway, I was trying to set up mood and then I got distracted. There's a half-eaten bowl of cereal sitting on the table. What kind of cereal have you been eating?
Fruit Loops. It's Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
She like
Uh,
goes to reach a hand out to the spoon.
it slides along the rim.
The cereal talks. It says, "Ooh."
There's a tapping at the back door to this house must lead through the kitchen. The other entrance leads it's like a big archway that kind of like leads into like a den or like a living room essentially. But there's a screen door and a back door kind of closed off to one side of the kitchen. And you hear a gentle rapping at your chamber door. There's a light knock at the door. What do you do?
Esme grabs the bowl of Fruit Loops with
It's not there
her-
anymore.
My Fruit Loops. She goes to like look over her shoulder.
The box of Fruit Loops is still there. The bowl's gone.
I'll come back. to that.
It's gone because you're holding it.
Oh, I got the Fruit Loops. Her hands idly going into it as she goes to look towards the back door. And going to eat the dry cereal if she can.
As you put your hand in it, your hand just sinks down and down to the elbow.
She takes it out and goes, flip the box.
It's completely empty.
Oh. But, okay.
Hello again, Esme. You're a very familiar voice. There's another knock at the door.
Against her better judgment, she goes to go to the back door.
You see yourself opening the back door. And you open it, and it's still bright outside. You know that there's supposed to be trees and grass. You feel like you should be able to hear cars driving by and kids playing. You know there's supposed to be a jump rope or something, or a dog or a mailman. And he's just there. It's just this form, this huge form in this big coat. And he's smiling so big. I've taken her home, Esme. She's come back home.
He just goes to look behind her back at the house and then tries to slowly grab the door and just be like and close the door in front of her.
Yeah, you close the door. And he's in the other archway now that leads into the living room. And he's reaching out a hand towards you. You could come home too, Esme. Come home, Esme.
Is there a face that she could focus on?
No,
Or is
it's
it
like you
just
kind
that-
of. It's just a smile. It's like like in the anime version of this, like we see what amounts to, I know, like a black silhouette essentially. Like your environment are kind of drawn normally, except around the edges it's like fuzzy. It's like almost blurry or painterly. Like paint has been smeared around the edges of your vision. And then there's this guy, and he's like flat. Like there's no dimension to him. He's just large, and it's like there's like a negative space where he's supposed to be, except for this massive Cheshire grin that speaks in that all too familiar voice.
No, no, we're done.
Don't you want your friend back? Don't you want Carla back? I have Carla now. She's my friend again.
Why can't you make other friends? Oh, I don't want this anymore.
He drifts into the room. The room somehow gets smaller and he gets bigger. And you get smaller with it. And he says, you know, you left her there. You were supposed to come for her, but you didn't. And so that's who I took, Esme. I took her instead.
Oh, I left with my pot. She wasn't a part of my pot. That's not my fault. It's not my fault.
It's your fault, Esme.
It's my fault.
But you can fix this, Esme. You can fix this if you want to. You can tell me. You know, she tells me things. and he sits down, like his form kind of like sits down at the breakfast table, and you're standing on the breakfast table. There's the giant box of Fruit Loops next to you. You're so small on the breakfast table. Tell me about Beowulf.
Does it feel like awareness? The awareness of a dream, is it there or not?
Give me a resolve check as I mute my phone, who's being a little bastard right now. Shush.
Any
Turn your
resolve
refs
check.
to vibrate.
Yeah. Please turn all refs to vibrate mode.
Zzz.
Is this the real reason why students aren't allowed to touch the refs?
The refs butt scoot. They butt scoot. I'm dead.
Is there a difficulty to this?
No, actually.
I failed that. I needed a 65.
Can I? Yeah, use fortune.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
By all means.
Okay, crit success. Good recovery, good expenditure. Get that bang for that fortune buck.
Fucking hell. You are suddenly lucid dreaming. You know you're dreaming, and this guy being here, through one thought cuts through the fear, and it's, if I'm seeing him, this is a dream, and if it's a dream, it's in my head, and if it's in my head, I'm in control. And you are now aware that you are dreaming, and cognizant of that fact.
Where do you...
Installment Dream Warriors.
Yeah, right. Oh no, the hand. I'm not cute enough to be Johnny Depp.
And you get sucked, you get sucked into a bed, there's a fountain of blood.
Yeah.
Great.
Nerds everywhere. Oh, no. You tell me where Carla is. You tell me where do you live now?
You don't have any power here. This is my home now, Esme.
You always say that right before you figure out your powers.
What do you do? You're in a dream, and
Esme
Mr.
just
Nightmare is talking to you.
thinks about the faces of her pod again and focuses on
Mhm.
everybody.
Mhm.
This isn't your house. This isn't your house. Other people live here with me, and you can leave. You can leave right now.
You're in the dorm. He's there too, but he's in the dorm. You're both in the dorm, and he's much smaller now.
And Esme thinks about Artyom and Xandra.
Who are so much bigger than him, standing there in the room.
I mean, but yeah.
like, well, yes, but like also like their heads are like pressed against the ceiling. They're so tall, with their arms folded very firmly, and their eyes glowing red with like fire, but not like a, oh no, demons, but like a Goku kind of way.
You're my Gundams.
Oh my god.
Yes, like in a Gundam kind of way.
I just imagined Artyom and Xandra in like the paired Fujin Raijin stance on either
Totally.
side.
Yeah, like they're
You
starting
hear
like
the
this,
drum?
and then it's
The dum-dum.
If you want to stay here, you should look me in the eyes, and show me your face if you're gonna be in here.
The smile like turns to a sneer. This like downward like, no, this is mine. This is for me. This is mine. And like his arms like reach out, and they start to actually have like form and dimension to them as he reaches out through like the smoke to you, and tries to grab like your shirt, and like as he tries to touch you, like a shadow unraveling. He just like his arm spirals into like smoke and like dissipates and like foofs against the wall, and you wake up.
She just starts almost dry heaving in her bed.
This can wake up either one or both of you, but that's what is currently happening in the bar.
You hear a thud from Xandra again as her head hits the
God,
ceiling.
You don't forget math. We're gonna get you a new bed.
didn't we say we were gonna staple a pillow up there?
There's a dent in the ceiling now at this point.
It's only the third time. Only the third. Give me a second. Esme, are you okay?
Me a minute.
Trash can just hovers up next to the bed.
Okay, thank you. She just holds it. She doesn't actually horf, but she just holds it, you know, when you're like,
It's best friend. It's my best friend now. I'll hug you forever.
Safety can.
Safety can.
Either leg is thrown around the trash can as well. She holds onto it like a barrel of monkeys.
If all else fails, vomit at ref. It cleans self.
Xandra climbs out of the bed, almost snagging her sweatshirt on the corner of it before grumpily grabbing it again and just climbing the rest of the way down.
And did any of you have a bad dream?
Xandra, you do you have anxiety dreams about dealing with your father? Has that been a thing for her? What is like the recurring anxiety dream you have for your father?
Primarily it's eventually being treated like you don't exist. So it's just the steady fade from existence.
Oh yeah, it's what you got was like a weird like Leave It to Beaver style, like, hey, we're the perfect sitcom family thing, where your parents were acting perfect towards each other and there was a laugh track. But you were fading away, like it's that scene in Back to the Future. It sucks you've had that dream dozens of times before. It's just terrible. But that's what you dreamed about last night.
Normal nightmare. Not Mr. Nightmare. Did you have another Mr. Nightmare? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go into the weird bathroom water closet thing we have with the toilet and the sink. Is the sink still running on the Western Spy device?
You guys definitely turned it off at some point.
Alright.
Fuck the water bill. We don't pay it.
Wait,
Xandra looks at it and goes and sighs and goes, Mr. Nightmare again. And then just walks back out. But literally, they're just keeping the spy device in the bathroom at this point, underneath like 20 pillows or towels.
If you get me, grab my phone.
Xandra will reach over and take your phone off the charger and hand it over to you.
She grabs it. And she starts typing
it's
out.
12%. You have the worst battery.
Oh my god. Oh,
No,
it
no,
wasn't
you're-
on fast charge. It wasn't seated right.
No. Your
The
battery's
real
still
nightmare.
it was actually it was seated in such a way that it was actually draining the battery.
RTM, for the record, dreamed about climbing a mountain.
That's fun.
The mountain got smaller as he got higher and higher. When he got to space, he woke up.
You got to space? Oh. She starts
It just means that no matter how hard you toil, you end up with nothing.
So he's from Russia, huh? Fucking Christ.
Dad, that
Anyway,
was dark.
please continue.
Starts typing on the phone. Should I? She doesn't send it though. Should I say this quietly in text so that the tin can doesn't hear? She like holds it over to them.
Xandra looks over at the referee. Does it look like at any point it is charging or plugged in or
Plugged in.
Nah, dog. It's just sitting in the corner.
Do you not have to charge like a cell phone?
My internal referee internal power supplies keep us powered indefinitely.
Androids. They have perpetual energy devices within them. I remember this from one of my shows.
Proprietary energy device, not perpetual.
Don't you have one too?
I am powered indefinitely.
I am me.
I just meant.
I eat, and I get energy that way.
But metal, not organic machine.
It's that
Anyway,
is based
yes,
off
please-
of my.
Please type to us what happened, but don't actually press send.
It is based off of my bioorganic charge.
That's neat.
I find it very helpful.
That sounds really weird and really cool. She's just like mumbling about how she thinks it would be really cool to be a robot too. And as she's talking about like, yeah, I would prefer to be shinier though. And you get the text response that Mr. Nightmare has Carla, and he wants to know about Beowulf. He heard us. He must know. Like, there's a few just spelling errors too, where you could tell that her hands are sweaty still, and
I will also, just as a GM kindness to my players, because it's been many weeks, but for the characters, it's been a lot sooner. Maybe not Esme, because she's in a bit of a state. Xandra definitely would remember when, I just lost his name. Shit, Montgomery. When Montgomery first told you about Project Beowulf, Carla was in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So,
show it.
just making sure that was remembered. Please continue.
Yeah.
Xandra's gonna be very vague. She'd be like, well,
She's starting to backspace already.
she had that information from when he got it from her.
Tap, tap, tap. And he has her too.
And we're gonna find out where he is. Question is, why does he want to know?
Tap, 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 tap. You get like a response. I've never been able to fight back before. That's new. He seemed frazzled.
Was it?
Term.
Yeah.
Was it Arthur or
What?
was it? You did it. It wasn't any of your ghost friends.
She took back. I thought about you guys like Stellar Age characters, and and it's just and like I was thinking about the fire and it hurts, and you didn't seem to like it much. And then there was a drum, and and you get like a few emojis in there with the robot face.
All right.
During that scene, there was an instrumental version of the Stellar Age theme song playing lightly in the background.
Yeah.
Gonna set the universe. Anyway, so wait a minute. You had control.
Her antenna vigorously bounces.
And we saw.
Yeah. I actually have no sense of it. Like, in life.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, it's not actually, yeah. It's sitting on your head. It's not like coming out of your skin. Why do I say words? Anyway.
Hey.
Yeah.
So
It is. Oh, go ahead.
So you basically pulled one over on him. He has Carlo. We have people looking for her.
She types back. I'd never seen. I don't think I remember a house like that.
You don't. It's.
Yeah, so like she doesn't. I'm assuming
You don't recognize the memory of the house.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was a really ugly house, the color of nicotine and plastic chairs, and I've never seen it before. Are it dreams from places you've seen?
Xandra's gonna lean over and just start swiping. Maybe it's where he is since he has control there.
Of course, she swipe types. I love it.
I do too. Don't
So
judge
do I.
me.
No. I'm a swipe typer too. So, no, I love it. I love that little detail about her.
Esme slowly
I don't know,
monkeys her
it's-
way down the bunk bed, puts the trash can down, and sits on the edge of where RTM's bed is, and is like, "Thank you for the trash can."
What time is it?
Oh, you are welcome.
Okay, it's classes are today, so classes probably start like 8-ish.
Do we get our EX back?
Oh yeah, no, you got a like your nightmare notwithstanding, especially since you freaking crit succeeded. You guys got a full night's sleep. Like,
So your peril goes
Yay!
back to
Yeah.
normal.
yeah, it is a full refresh on that.
I was fully expecting you to be like, "Bitch, you didn't get no sleep. Take extra conflict." I'd be like, "All right."
I'm not quite that cruel. Considering
That's when I start running
yeah.
games again.
I'm getting prepared for tomorrow.
Xandra's shoulders just sag as she
Like
looks at the clock.
Yeah, it's like 7. You got like an hour before classes.
I guess it's actually time to get up. I really feel like I've been hit by a truck. I'm just
Your
imagining
chest is so sore.
Xandra's ribs are still
And your
bruised,
back.
but it's just mottled.
Mm-hmm.
What day is it?
Is it today the day we take over the world?
Not now, Pinky.
Today is, as she rolls a die to determine what day of the week it is.
I thought it was the robot answering.
The 10th day of the week.
I'm sorry, what?
It's Wednesday.
Okay. Well, normal, boring classes today. I don't think those change being on student council.
No. They do not.
Should probably check out the room at the end of the day, though, see if you guys want to stay there, too.
But this one, she stops mid-sentence and, like, looks at the floor about where and had the secret passageway. It's cool, and we know it.
And Xandra also reaches over and points at the Western spy device currently in their bathroom. A lot of people know it.
We probably will know new place really well too.
Don't we have
We
to
could at
beat
least
people
check it
up
out.
to get to stay there?
If you're staying with me.
Yeah. So you and I still have to do...
Well, if it is big room, we may be able to stay and crash on floor. I believe it is called.
I'll get you another beanbag chair if we can stay.
Can we make a pillow for it?
Yes.
Can we make a pillow for it?
It's
It's like a sleepover that just doesn't end.
it is like chair skating,
What?
where you spend time on.
Students are asked not to skate in the hallways.
No, where you sleep at friend's house.
Sleepover?
No,
Sleep under?
it's like, you know,
Couch hopping?
Cow tipping.
No,
No!
couch is the
Couch.
long one. Yes, couch skating.
I thought couch hopping, like
Couch surfing?
couch surfing.
That
Oh, God,
sounds.
I heard
right.
couch topping.
Oh.
That was said at one point.
Oh, okay, no, I was okay. Well, I'm glad
So
we have this
was cow
episode's
topping.
boat. Cow topping.
Yes, it does. It's couch surfing sounds close to what I remember.
Surfing is not permitted in the hallways at Firebrand Academy.
Not that it. May we breathe?
I'm gonna change my clothes. If you want to watch me get
Turn.
naked, you can stay. Also known as
ooh.
leave the room, please.
Yeah,
Oh my god, does it videotape us changing? That means there's child pornography on the referee. As we just slowly
I'm curious as to how a referee is going to work themselves out of this corner that they have worked themselves into.
I will deactivate my visual sensors, and a little plate goes over the ring.
That is classic Western spy trick. They tell you they have turned off camera, but they have actually left it on, and then next thing you know, they are choking you out and then telling everyone global conspiracy is there.
Xandra stands there just head bopping for a minute and then they're like, wait, what?
Moose and squirrel. What is hard to understand?
Isabel like looks at the referee like
Xandra just starts putting on her normal fucking outfit. Like, I'm gonna get breakfast before classes.
Yeah, and you get dressed. And unless there's anything odd that you're doing before class.
Probably gonna knock on Monty's door.
oh yeah.
Who would even answer?
I feel like Monty would be an early waker upper.
Yeah,
maybe it would be
you
better
knock
if
on
one of us talked to Monty instead of you and your friend.
You knock on the door,
I will
and yeah, it's Vicky, who's very bleary-eyed. Her blue hair, rather than being in its usual twin tails, is just like kind of down and very like scraggly to one side and like going down her shoulders. And she just kind of like blinks and opens up. Yeah, who came to the door?
Xandra's gonna be right behind him, and she's gonna eventually walk off, but she wanted to say something to Monty.
Hey, RGM. Sorry, I didn't. It was lovely last night at the hospital thing.
Hospital thing.
Yeah, because we had to go take Lee was hurt real bad.
Oh,
Yeah, remember? You guys, we kind of lost track of you after the fight. I heard something about Sinclair's pizza.
yes, there is much pizza to be had.
You just
Oh,
hear
okay.
very quietly behind Artyom, God damn it.
How is Lee feeling?
Oh, hey, Sandra. Oh, I think she's gonna be okay. She had a concussion, it turned out. But the staff over there is real good. Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Tired, but okay.
Good,
It's
you are
to
very
see around.
strong.
Oh, uh, thank you.
I hope I was at least able to help a little bit with Lee. You weren't supposed to.
She kind of like looks at you and just gets this very like very soft, very kind look in her eyes of just like, it wasn't like, I get it, dude. It's okay. And like, hey, it's fighting school, right? These things happen. You're very good at what you do, Xandra. School.
Kicking
Why
ass
am I
or
s-
saving it?
Why am I still holding the door?
Is Monty here?
Sorry, what?
Is Monty here?
No, he usually gets up pretty early. I think he jogs or something every morning. I haven't seen him. He was gone by the time I woke up. In fact, you woke me up. It's a pleasant sight to see.
Oh. Will you go find him jogging then?
I gotta get dressed for class, Artyom. Oh God, what do her PJs look like? They have. Let me take a quick look at her description. Normally, okay. She has got baggy, just like button-down pajamas covered in sheep jumping over tiny fences.
Yes, you should put on clothes instead of standing in front of me in your unmentionables.
She like kind of like snaps, like covers herself, and then like remembers that she's wearing clothing.
You mean pajamas, Artyom?
As
Yeah,
Midget
isn't that what you wear to bed? Unmentionables.
pulls her head
No.
from behind Artyom.
Well, you might. You don't have to.
Hey, Esme.
Yeah, you want to cover that up because if they see you in your pajamas, you're gonna get in trouble. And then she slowly like behind Artyom again, and just like
I'm really confused, but okay. I'll see if I can find Montgomery. Okay. You guys are weird.
Maybe we will call his phone. Do not worry.
Yeah,
You
go
make
put
sure Lee
pants
feels
on.
better, and you have good classes today.
I'm gonna change now. She's like
Yes.
slowly. Bye, Artyom. It's good fight.
This time, Xandra's walking and she's fixing. She put the belt on again. Like, do they wear the belt all the time?
Sometimes some of them, yes, it depends on the student. You'll note Rin was not, Kirk was.
Okay, if that's
put
the
it that
case
way.
and it's not something she doesn't want to wear the fucking gaudy belt.
Okay.
She doesn't. So wherever the hell she can keep it, it's fucking tucked into her jacket that never comes off anyway.
Can you put it on the ref?
No, I'd have to touch the ref in order to do it.
It occurs to you, you could like you've handed things to a ref before. You do know, like you literally handed a
Walk
phone to a
around
ref
behind you,
once.
holding it over his head.
No,
Hygiene.
I'm not gonna do. No, I do not want people. All right, no.
Would you like me to carry and display your belt?
No, Xandra takes it off and just kind of tucks it in one of the pockets sewn into her jacket.
it's so cute.
They have little claptrap style animations in my head with their arms.
Oh, totally, 100%.
I actually have sewn on things into the inside of this jacket that I used to hold Tonfa. So
Nerd.
I could
Jeez.
actually just.
Fucking weeb.
Hey, listen, he pulls his Tonfa out of nowhere, so I wanted a place to pull weapons out of nowhere from.
Eyebrow wiggle.
Inside of my jacket seemed great.
I accept
Pockets.
this, and I think it's rad.
Um,
As she starts to close the door, she pops it in back open a little bit, and she looks at. She kind of like wags her finger like to RTM as if to say like, "Hey, could you come closer for a second?" Like, sorry if I've been weird. And she turns and shuts the door.
What'd she say?
She said that she is weird.
Maybe that means that she could be a part of our group now. It seems like a baseline requirement.
I don't know, we all seem pretty normal to me. Okay, let's go find Monty.
Oh, we should text him and find out where he is, right?
Xandra has, like, as she's walking, sent her a text that literally just says to Monty, "I apologize in advance,"
Oh, Jesus.
but gives no context.
Okay. What the fuck would he text back? He texts back, working out, can talk later. Thumbs up emoji. No, he wouldn't use emoji. He would just say working out, contact later.
Uh-huh.
Can talk later, rather.
Sure.
After class?
He could help us study classic literature if he picks a place for us that would be private enough to study.
Yes, Old English Literature Club in library after classes would be good place to meet up.
Xandra points back at the trash can floating behind her.
Float, 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 float. I can't really, like, this is the best, this is close to
You are excused from attendance today if you wish.
I mean, you could also invite
I am here for your protection.
Just invite your boyfriend, too.
Float, float. I'm a referee.
I didn't know if you were doing something specifically with your hands.
I'm a referee. I'm here for your protection.
Oh no.
Maybe. Can't have meetings in bathroom. That would be even strange for me.
Well, that's my suggestion was bring your boyfriend to the study group.
As you're heading out of the building.
Yeah.
You see it before it addresses you. There's a referee coming across the quad, and it seems like it's having a little bit of trouble of, like, normally the students don't even think about the fact that they might, like, collide with one of these things because the referees just, like, swim past you guys. It's like no problem. They move around. They can go over you. They will automatically mid-air parkour their way through any situation. This one nearly clobbers a freshman, as it kind of, like, it's on and it's got, like, a slight tilt. You can tell that it's got a slight axial tilt off, and like it wobbles down and back up again as someone's walking and, like, looking at their phone. You've never seen that before. That was a little weird. And it kind of floats over in your direction, Xandra. I say kind of because it kind of has to take a bit of a circuitous route to get there.
Is that?
Is it a red ring? Blue ring?
Blue ring.
I didn't. Unless they're inviting themselves.
I need to roll some dice real quick. I just realized. Don't mind me.
Not that I know of.
Hold on. Step back for a second.
There we go. I can't be that number. Why do I keep rolling numbers that are, like, sequential? There we go. One the wobbly referee floats up next to your your keeper, essentially. And the two their little blue lights, like, start flashing. First completely out of sync and then in sync. And then your referee, like, floats away into parts. And this new one kind of wobblyly gets up behind you. And as you look at it while it's stationary, you notice that it's, like, ever so slightly off axis. Just slightly.
Xandra looks at it and squints.
Sure,
and then mimics the angle looking at it.
Give me anybody can give me a scrutinize here. Standard difficulty.
44.
Success.
That's a crit success.
Oh, success.
Yeah.
Got a crit success. Shit. Okay. Xandra, it's hard to notice at first, but the sun catches it just right, and you notice that there's a discoloration across its frame, as though someone had reached in from like the bottom or top and ripped a hole through this thing, and then had to be patched back over.
Oh my god.
And it's just kind of sitting there floating at an angle.
Unit
Oh my god.
I am here for your protection.
Are you sure?
Unit 969.
Yes! I am very sure. I am here for your protection.
Oh god.
I have replaced your previous unit, Unit 204.
Why?
I am here. You can definitely tell this thing is rotating because, like, again, it's on that weird axial tilt. It turns towards Esme. I am here for your, in answer to your why, because I am here for your protection.
Xandra's still staring at it at that tilt and goes, maybe you should fly straight.
It comes off of the tilt and then tilts the other way.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's better.
yeah.
Why did you replace the prior unit?
I am here for your protection. I am upgraded. I have been given musical capabilities.
I don't know if that's an upgrade.
Display them.
Do. I can play music.
Please don't.
Do.
Thank you. Trying so hard to keep it together.
And it just kind of sits there at its weird angle.
And this is why I
Where's
don't give
my
my belts
paints?
to the roughs.
I need paint.
I don't
He's
understand why
already
the
striped.
I don't know why the previous unit needed to be replaced.
I am an upgrade. I am capable of music.
Don't.
Do.
Eh,
That's not an upgrade.
It is no longer Unit 969, it is Unit 1812.
My designation is Unit 969.
What
You
are
have received an upgrade. I have received an upgrade. I am for your protection. Your protection is upgraded.
with musical capabilities.
Do.
Please stop.
Do you have
You
any
mentioned the M word one more time.
Do you have any other upgrades?
Just imagining the arm coming out and doing that.
It floats up like a foot or so higher and rotates itself completely upside down and then lowers itself back down to the height it was before, but now it's upside down.
And the other upgrade.
I am capable of playing music. That's what it says.
Can you do that while upside down?
No. I have a feeling this one's not what it's supposed to be.
I am functioning at full capacity. I have been upgraded. I am assigned for your protection.
Who were you assigned by to protect Princess Sandra?
I'm not a
Queen.
I was
Queen
assigned
Please,
to
please,
Princess
Xandra Hime.
Sandra.
I was assigned to Xandra Hime Princess by Nurse Praleon.
Oh.
Xandra's hands have gripped her bangs to the point they look like hedgehog spikes around her. Please stop. Please cease function. Music.
Oh my god, you just tell it to cease functioning?
Yeah, its eye dims and it clunks to the ground.
No, that's not what I meant. Oh.
Its eye lights back up. I have told a joke. Do. I am here for your protection.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I think
Thanks,
we should,
Praleon.
think we should go to class now.
Yeah, let's go to class.
All right. You know, walking to
Students are
class can be
required to
boring.
attend classes while attending Firebrand Academy for their protection.
You know, walking to class can be very boring. It would be nice if we had some sort of accompaniment.
Do 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 do. And as you move, it doesn't get floating again. It rolls on the ground after you.
Why are broken things so cute when other things do it, but when I do it, it's just dramatic?
Do you need a hand?
I have several hands, and like all the black stripes like open up on it, and it deploys like 6 hands out, like skunk.
I was always curious how many they had.
He goes
How
to
many
like,
did you require? No, it's not
oh
gonna say
my
that.
god, goes to like touch one of the 6 hands.
Simultaneously, they all retract back in.
Okay, so there's some things that are standard.
The 6 hands come back out.
8.
No, I wanted to help you up. You look like you're rolling around and having a bit of difficulty. You can't fit through doors like that, can you?
I am here to protect you. And it it rolls onto one side and then floats back up, very slowly floats back up, and then goes back to its standard height, but it's still just a little askew. Just a few degrees off of axis.
I have ceased the capability of thought and am filled with nothing but love.
I love it so much. And Xandra's sitting here going, this must be a joke.
I can tell jokes. Would you like me to tell a joke?
Yes.
Do 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 do.
I'm gonna be late for class because I'm dead.
This is worse than Pizza Sinclair. As Xandra walks into...
Pizza Sinclair, pizza, and it's like following you back.
No,
into
no, 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 shut up, no.
Hey, do you think Pralion's like listening with that one? It's special. It's special.
I was
just for
deployed
you.
by Nurse Praleon. I am here to protect you.
Looks like you're gonna do a bang-up job. Thanks.
Bang, bang.
You say that, and it because you're going into the building, and it just floats up and bangs into the ceiling. The bottom of it flips up, so now it's flat against the ceiling like it was against the ground.
Does it then roll against the ceiling to follow me?
Do.
You're gonna get me kicked out of class.
It's weirdly muffled. I am here for your protection.
Is the speaker on the bottom?
Xandra takes out her phone and takes a picture of it rolling on the ceiling.
It much like how it got off the ground. One side of it kind of tilts up, and it lowers back down. It's upside down again, but it floats down next to you, upside down, slightly off axis.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna get me kicked out of class. Esme, it's no longer your fault, according to the teachers.
Hey, yeah. Well, that teacher's probably dead now, but like other teachers probably had the same opinions of me.
Do you mean my history teacher?
Yes.
Has she been in class the past week?
Your history teacher? Nah, she
Okay.
got fired.
Okay. Making sure.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Rev look so drunk for this. I mean,
Turns itself right side up.
we've only seen a drunk Ref before once, and then
Students are required to attend classes.
she's like, spooky ghost.
We're going. All right, let's class.
Class
Let's
time.
And you go to class. It's uneventful. It's classes. They're boring. There's not really much to share there with our audience.
Are any of the classes with Carla? Normally.
Good
Like-
question.
Does
Do you guys
anyone
remember-
point out that she's not there?
Would any of you have a class? Because you're all freshmen. And she's a freshman too.
Mm.
So it's entirely possible you would have class overlap, but there's a lot of students at this school. I will roll a d4 to determine who, if anyone, roll 1d4.
They just like not include her
1,
in
2,
attendance
3,
anymore, like
and
she
4.
was never there.
I rolled a 4. None of you share classes with Carla.
Got it.
so you're not sure. Apologies, I don't know what I was waiting for a response on something that I didn't ask you a question. My brain farted there for a second. It's getting late. We're winding down. Yeah, no, you get through classes. They are very normal. You learn about things like the War of 1812 and the quadratic equation. It's thrilling shit.
At any point, does the ref act up or look drunk in the middle of class?
969 floats into your English class alongside, like right behind you, like it would do anywhere, and then it floats over next to the ref that's already in that room. And like the only thing of note is that as it comes down, it hits, like one side of it hits the floor first before the rest of it does, because it's at that slight angle, so it kind of kunk. And you see the ref that's already in the room turn towards it and kind of guard it, and then it just turns back to the room.
Now you play nice with your cousins.
It just kind of sits there, and 969 doesn't do anything of note throughout the day.
Periodically, Xandra's just like shooting squint-eyed looks over at it, just be like,
Okay. Why?
"Why are you drunk?" Basically, it's like going through her head is like seeing a cat on anesthesia, like the cats that just kind of stumble around. Like that's what the ref reminds me of.
But you get through the first part of your day and get to lunch, and let's see, RTM, actually, you're coming out of what's a class? You're coming out of a geography class, and as you're the hallways, they're big, but they're also very crowded. A lot of kids on this floor, and somebody kind of like knocks into you and drops a couple of papers, and you look down, and it's Monty. And he's just looking very like hurried and like, oh, geez, RTM, hey, great. You know, I haven't seen you in a couple of days, man. Wow, how's it been? Sorry, I dropped all this stuff and knocked your stuff around. Sorry about all that. And he's like scrambling on the floor for papers.
He'll kneel down to help him pick his stuff up.
And as he's picking some of his papers up, geez, sorry, I'm just so clumsy. I'm in such a rush right now. I've really got to get to my next class to talk to the professor, but like before things start and everything. And he shoves something against your chest, like a piece of paper, as he's like kind of like holding this big pile of papers himself. Okay, hey, but we should talk sometime later on. See you later, RTM.
See you at gym, maybe.
And you look down at it. Or actually, would you do that here, or would you try to get somewhere?
No, he shoved it in his pocket, and he's probably gonna wait till he's I'll go use the bathroom before class starts.
Totally. Yeah. You slip off to the restroom. There's people jabbering, doing their makeup, what have you. Gadding about, definitely talking about the Sinclair and pizza situation. Like, oh my god, that pizza, it was so barf. Oh my god, but that fight was so amazing. Oh my god. Where did you get that lip gloss? Oh my god.
I'm dying. More and more on the inside.
Oh my god, I got it from this little boutique in town. Oh my god. And Archie makes his way into a stall, shuts door, unfolds paper.
Yes.
And on it, you see an address. Fuck, I don't know how many digits are on a California license plate. Enough digits for a California license plate. And a very rough printout of a sky view of somebody clearly went to Google Earth, essentially, and printed out on like a shitty, that same shitty photo printer y'all use. There's even the same like pink streak where it got stuck before. And you see from the sky, it's just a vineyard about 30 miles north of here.
It's not Sonoma, is it? No.
I don't know anything about California.
Sonoma's southern.
And that is where we're going to end our show for the evening.
Okay. I'm gonna go have my anxiety dream about Maximum now.
Where'd his shirt go? I don't know.
So speaking of killing it, we're gonna be raiding here in a minute, but before we go, we come back up. And all of you have gotten a little email, a little notification, a general notice has been put out, an announcement from Benny, well, excuse me, from Vice Principal Benjamin Fryer, stating that a select few students are going to be attending private classes right now, and that we want to congratulate the students that were chosen for this special program. And among those names, one Carla Boone. So, from all of us here at Devil's Luck, I have been Fox. With me, as always, from afar, has been
Cake.
Conry.
Andrew Lee.
And we would like to remind all of you to stay evil.